You're not like the girls I knew before. Their diamonds shine, but you're shining more. They don't make me smile the way you do. I'd run 1,000 miles just to be with you. They don't make me smile the way you do. I'd run 1,000 miles just to be with you. Run up on me now, show me a sign. Don't play with my heart like you play with my mind, my mind, my mind. But tell me, baby, won't you tell me if you agree that this loving is true? I said, tell me, baby, won't you tell me if you can see me in the future too? Do you feel like I feel?
Maybe you were wrong for the first time, and maybe I was looking for a lifeline, someone to hold on to, something I thought was true. So tell the truth. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone. I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. But I can't let you go. Found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along. Maybe I was wrong for the first time, and maybe this was all just in my mind. We'll rise and fall and start again. God knows when we'll reach the end, and every single thing might fall apart. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone. I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. You go. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone. I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go.
course. Trying to find you, it's feeling eternal. I don't wanna live like this. My life feels empty, you're what I miss. I'm standing here all alone, waiting for someone to make me feel at home. I've been craving for somebody, somebody to hold me. Trying hard to set myself away from you. Oh, moving on from what we had, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, all the emptiness is gone without you. Circles are outrun. Every single step I'm taking guides my way to the sun. Standing here on my own, someone else than many used to know. I'm not craving for somebody, somebody to When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, we go insane. And when I arrive, I start to lose my mind. I go insane, I go insane. Cause they told me you take too much. Yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody. All I got ahead is a moonlit road. Nobody, all I got ahead is a moonlit road. When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, we go insane. And when I arrive, I start to lose my mind. I go insane, I go insane. They told me you
Good evening everyone and welcome back to the RSC Season 11 play-ins. We are here today with the Challenger play-ins, watching first Eclipse versus Crusaders. My name is Mux and today on the cast I am joined with Merits here.
It's going to be a great evening for our league. Yesterday we had the play-ins action for Challenger. Today we're continuing that, but on the other side of the bracket and welcoming that second team through the play-ins. Having a look at the bracket here. First up, like you said, Eclipse taking on Crusaders, and then the winner of that will go on to face off against Fearless Delta for that final spot through the lower bracket.
That's going to be very interesting here. Looking at the team stats right now, 6th versus 5th here. Both teams are looking like they are quite close opponents here. 37 wins to Eclipse's name, while Crusaders are just barely rocking in on 39. I think that this game is going to be a very close series here. Merits, what do you think about this right now?
Something I'm immediately noticing is that Eclipse, they're a lot more attacking, scoring about 25 goals more there or thereabouts than their opponent. They've also let up a couple more goals, but overall they do have more saves, so definitely a free-flowing sort of team. You see there more demos as well, so they're definitely go on attacking, but they can do their job defensively when called upon.
Coming into the player stats now, we have got a very good lineup it seems. Today I'm going to be looking out for Tom Bast and Endrick. I think Endrick has been a player that's always been known to be really good, and looking at their stats, I hope they do not disappoint today.
Yeah, but I want all of these players to show up in all honesty, because they're all great players on their day, and if they're all showing up, then it's going to be a very feisty matchup. But I'm also noticing Blizzy 26, he got the same saves as Endrick, but 15 more goals in 12 more games, so a better goals per game ratio there, and he's also got more assists than Endrick, and like I mentioned, same amount of saves, and just pipping him on that shooting accuracy, and the goal participation award for Crusaders will go to Endrick.
Yeah, but now, Merits, who do you think is going to take this game?
I've just noticed something. Crusaders doesn't look like Endrick is here. They're playing with their sub Perverser, so that's definitely going to change things. But I'm going to back Crusaders. I'm going to pip them to win in 5 games. It's going to be a very close series. That's for sure. But I think they will just have enough to go through.
Now, on the contrary, I think Crusaders are going to go game 4 and take them 3-1. I think Eclipse will have a good start, winning game 1, but I think they'll go down in game 2, 3, and 4 here. But I don't think we should waste any more time. Let's get what the people want. We start off on Manfield Night coming into this series. This will be very close, I think.
Also, on the Eclipse side, no Tom Bast. I believe it's a prospect subbing up by the name of King Molino. So that's also going to throw another spanner into the works. We're going to have to see how that pans out. But now, game 1 is underway. We're not going to have to wait much longer to find out how the series will go off. And Perverser, the sub, is already nearly finding the net, but it's going to just hit the crossbar and bounce out. And now, Eclipse heading in the pitch. It's going to find its way to King Molino, but it's going to bounce a bit too far out. The 50 does go in the favour of Eclipse, and no one covering the net, but no real attempt is made, and it's cleared away for now. Crusaders nearly finding the net, and could be going again. Blizzy found in field by Perverser, and it's the first goal of the series to Crusaders.
Crusaders start off very early here, getting an early goal, only 27 seconds in. Now, this will certainly act up for the minds of Eclipse here. Crusaders just rolled in and came in. Perverser nearly got a really nice double touch at the start of the game, which I had a nice reaction to if you ask me, but the ball is immediately being peppered at the backboard. Blizzy again to the backboard. Perverser will be there to pressure. Now, I know that this game will seem a bit close, and it hits the crossbar. Oh my god, that was nearly a lovely shot. The ball has now been flipped into the side. of Eclipse. There is only 4 minutes left. Well, only. There is still 4 minutes left. It's anyone's game to play for. Merits, what do you have to say so far about this game?
Crusaders, they've had such a lightning fast start in Eclipse. They've been struggling to keep up. They've had those little spells of possession, but they've not really made too many attempts to try and get towards that net. But there's still time for them to change that, and Curry now is going to try and lead the way. Was he just going to masterfully take it across his net into the corner? But King Molino will try and revitalise that attack. Instead, Perverser has already got an assist in this game as the sub. He's putting in a very good shift so far, and he's one of the main reasons why they're up 1-0 so far. The Eclipse, they are now starting to wake up a little bit. They're creating pressure. The Crusaders defense seems to be handling it quite well, and Raids trying to take out Wipe is met by Currynoid. In the middle it goes. Currynoid beats one. Raids can't get the clear. Is anyone there? Ahmed puts it on net. It's a bit too high. Can he get the follow up? No, he can't. And Crusaders get off a little bit lucky there.
Getting a little bit lucky there now. Blizzy will be taking the ball away from Ahmed Sar. We know, well, from what I know, in our sister league, ERSC is prospect this season. It's going to be close and interesting for him to see what he does this season. But this is RSC, and we're watching a shot come out from Ahmed, and it nearly goes in, but Blizzy's there to get a save. Raids gets a touch to put it in the middle. Ahmed getting a touch to clear it away, but then Currynoid will send the ball up the pitch, trying to go for a 50. He gets the 50. The ball is open with Raids stuck in the net. Hits the post, and Ahmed sends it. Ahmed clears it for the team. Now Raids, what will he do? He's going to have to try and put it middle here, which he just barely manages to do. And it now goes Perverser, getting a pinch with the opposing side here. I'm struggling to get my words out a bit. But Crusaders here definitely coming out with high pressure and high authority in this match. Ooh, Perverser with a little bit of a whiff. The ball hits the backboard, but it gets cleared away by Ahmed. King Lamino tries to go for a little bit of a solo play, but it just gets stopped at the goal side. Currynoid sends the ball on the backboard, but it's an easy clear. Oh, and it's a bit of a whiff there. This game, they're still a bit nervous here. You can tell that they're struggling to find their synergy together, and they're struggling to find the way that they need to play. That's a lovely shot, and it gets saved by Currynoid. Perverser tries to get a touch, but it goes into a 50 from Currynoid again. He's doing so well to try and maintain pressure in the midfield here. The ball slowly trickling over to Crusaders' side, but it gets cleared right away, and that's a pass, and it hits the post. Blizzy needs to be scoring them if he wants to make it through the playoffs here. A demo comes out, and this is Perverser going for a shot, and it hits the bar, and it rolls just off the post. Oh my god. With only 1 minute left, Eclipse need to find something soon.
They've certainly had their chances, and they're finally going to take one. Currynoid receiving the pass from Ahmed Sah. Infield, he had so much time and space to do so, and Perverser just couldn't meet the ball in time, and it just sneaks its way past Blizzy and net, and now it's a tied game. But there certainly was chances for both teams to get more goals than they have, and it's gonna go straight back in to the Eclipse net through Raids from the kickoff, and it's like that goal just now never happened.
You're completely correct, Merits. That goal has just been erased. Raised with a lovely kickoff. It just sent it past the entire opposing defense with only 1 minute left. Eclipse need to find something. A little pinch going out straight into the midfield. Raids gets it over. Ahmed with a lovely save, but that's a demo. And that's a pass into the middle. And Blizzy sends it over the net. Blizzy has commonly missed a few things. And now the ball is slowly trickling away into Crusaders' side. Perverser going up. Definitely a massive part in this game. He is bottom of the leaderboard, but he is getting the best shift of performance here, getting all the balls up that were needed to go up, having an assist in this game. But 20 seconds left, and Raids, the net is wide open, and Raids claims another goal. It's as simple as that for this guy. He's had 2 open goals now, and Ahmed just whiffing. A little bit of a fake there from what I could just tell. With only 17 seconds left, Merits, this is certainly something.
It was just Eclipse throwing all their eggs into one basket on that attack, because they needed to equalise there, and it just unfortunately didn't work out how they were hoping, and they were caught on the offensive. by Raids, who was just able to tuck it in to that open net that was left after Ahmed, like you mentioned, did get faked a little bit, but there's still a chance here. That touch wasn't the greatest, and Curry Noid adding a second for the game, and maybe a little bit of hope in the morale of Eclipse. 3 seconds, it's going to be a tall order, but you never know. We're about to see how these final seconds will pan out in game number 1. Will the kickoff go their way? It's just going to come to a stalemate. Raids wins that 50, and surely the ball is going to die. It's still up here. Curry Noid sends it away, and he's still got a bit of chance, but he just misreads it. And Crusaders take game number 1.
Crusaders here coming out nicely, taking game number 1. It was a lovely game, if you ask me. It was quite close, and it was definitely just Crusaders edging their way into victory here. Now, coming into this merits, I honestly did not expect Crusaders to win game 1, but they have proved me wrong.
But both teams, they had their fair share of chances. Crusaders put 13 shots on net, and Eclipse put 7. I'd say Eclipse had the better chances overall, even though Crusaders did well and truly outshoot them, but that's just my opinion. They had a couple of open nets. I believe we saw Ahmed missing 2 back-to-back, and that really could have changed the dynamic of this game. But instead, Crusaders, they take game 1. They put on a very good display, and maybe they'll be able to continue that.
Well, we hope that they will be able to continue that, but Eclipse, to my knowledge, have just asked for a pause, maybe trying to change up their game tactics here. But when this game starts, we move to Forbidden Temple, a rather beautiful map, if you ask me. I'm not sure as to why a pause has been asked, but we will give them their respected time that they deserve.
I believe I saw some ping issues with one of the Eclipse players. I'm not sure if that's the main reason, but it'd be a pretty good guess. So, but while we wait for game 2 to kick off, let's go through what each team could do to improve their game coming into the next couple of games, which will be absolutely crucial. This game especially, Eclipse need a win, because the reverse sweep is never something you want to try and do. So Mux, what do you think Eclipse can do to, give themselves a better chance?
Well, I've just had the fact that they are ready, but we will keep on talking about this. So what I think they could do to improve, I honestly just think that they should work on their oh, my brain is having a bit of a rough one. Game 2 is starting, by the way. This is certainly going to be an interesting game, but they need to just focus on their defensive. Oh. Well, Ahmed Sar has just gotten a nice kickoff goal.
a very fortunate one at that. Blizzy just, it's a very easy save to make, and he just fluffs it up completely. And Eclipse, a good start for them. And I'm being told in chat that timeouts are actually allowed, so maybe that's what it was. Just taking a break to discuss some tactics. It's a 2-minute break, and already 1 per series in play-ins and playoffs, so I think that's what's happened here. And it's clearly worked for the first 10 seconds of this game, because they are 1-0 up through some amount of fortunate circumstances, but they'll move on. They'll keep trying to add to this lead. That pass goes in field, intercepted by Blizzy. Well, it's find its way down enough into the net, no, but Blizzy is there to follow up his own hit, and he will tie up this game thanks to a good interception.
Blizzy there, you are correct. They had a beautiful interception there, just perfectly timed, and it was a bit of a rough pass from Ahmed, but we have not got anything to lose here. 2 goals, already faster than last game. Curry Noid trying to get a touch to go into the middle, but Blizzy again, another interception. Ahmed Saab being there, getting a boom. Curry's just saved the ball. What are you doing, Curry? That is not what you want to do in play-ins when you have lost a game. That is criticality at its lowest. Curry, but then getting a touch to clear the ball away. Blizzy needs to do something. Blizzy tries to get a pinch, but it just gets flattened, and a bit of a double commit comes out. And Ahmed Saab with a lovely shot, but it's hit the post. Oh my god, it should be 2-1 to Eclipse right now, but after a series of unfortunate events, it is still 1-1. The pressure is going to get flipped. Merritt, what do you think of this game so far?
Well, it's the same as game one. Eclipse have had so many good chances to start things off, but it's almost the Crusaders taking the lead in this one. But it will go a bit wide, and Ahmed, good interception. It's not going to quite go in, but the bounce is favourable. The shot isn't. Carinoid will try and bump the last defender out the way, but fails to do so and just has to resort to try and keep the pressure on, but the lack of boost will stop that in its tracks. Instead, Ahmed holding the charge, and he gets it past one. The 50 forces away past the second, but the third man cannot be beaten, and that third man is Blizzy. Tries to play it out to Raids, finds Raids. That's a good pre-jump. He does pitch it down. Is anyone there? No, they're not. And I think Eclipse, they are getting a little bit fortunate on their own net, but when it comes to the shooting end, they're getting very unfortunate.
Yeah, they are getting quite unfortunate here, but just want to point out Ahmed Sar has definitely picked up his performance here so far, getting a lot more touches. His criticality has increases. King Molino tries to send the ball, and it's a double commit from Crusaders. That's not what you want to do here. Ahmed Sar is up. It's a shot, but it's just too weak in Raids to get an easy save. Raids now driving the ball up the pitch, trying to get some attacking pressure here. Nothing happens. No pass to mid. Nothing happens. Preserver now going for a double. No, he leaves it, and it's a lovely touch from King Molino. Blizzy going up. Ahmed getting a clear raid here. He's just going to have to try and keep this ball in their side. Blizzy gets a lovely touch of Raid's gonna be there to read. Is that in the net? What a passing play from the two, Blizzy and Raid. I do not believe it. This is Challenger, ladies and gentlemen, and it's masterful.
Well, you can't take anything away from them for that goal. You know, Eclipse, he's done all he can for the first 3 minutes, but there's just no way you're stopping that. It was Blizzy into Raids, and Raids was the one to find the net with a beautiful cushioned redirect into that top corner, and now they have all the momentum coming into these closing minutes of game 2, trying to put themselves on match point, a triple match point at that, and forcing any team into a reverse sweep has got to be a huge boost in terms of confidence, especially when you're going to go and play another series if you win that almost straight away after. So it's definitely a very good boost morale to take a game 1 and 2 victory. But there's still time for Eclipse to find the goal that they need. Instead, Blizzy gonna try and get forward, but King Molino, someone we've not seen much of so far this series, gets a 50, but is still gonna go back to the blue half, and it's met early by Raids. The 50 goes in their favour though, and now King Molino trying to make his mark on the series. He beats 2, and Ahmed's there, and that's the equaliser. King Molino piping up when he needs to, he gets the assist, and now it's back to level terms.
Level terms have been made again. King Molino with a lovely pass just sends 2 defenders to the shops, it seems, here. And Ahmed Sar's just had to clean up damage here. This game is shaping up to be massive here, but just talking on what you said about going 2 games up. As soon as a team goes 2 games up, they get this massive morale boost and the confidence boost. Oh, and Passover has had a bit of a mistouch, but Blizzy with a lovely save off the goal line. Oh my god, here, that's just what you need. You need the saviour. You need your consistently good third man. Now, Blizzy getting a touch. Passover just doesn't have the boost, but he tries to do his best. Ahmed just gets a touch to clear it away. The ball goes along the goal line. King Molino could have been there to get a goal, but he doesn't have the boost. Ahmed is up again, but it's another pass between the 2 players, Blizzy and Raids again. The ball gets left in an open half. King Molino to middle again to Ahmed. Ahmed, it hits the post, and Passover is there for a save. King Molino tries to get it in. It is 2-2, and we might go to an overtime, the first of this series. Curry gets a save, and it's a very important save. Overtime. Merits, this game is shaping up to be the best of the series so far as we head into our overtime here.
Definitely some sweat wiped off the brow for Crusaders. You know, you've got to think that that was done and dusted, but you know, the defensive efforts from them has been incredible, and Blizzy just adds to it. Beautiful pre-jumping save. He's made so many those type of corpse saves when he need it most, because this is overtime. You can't concede. You need to be the ones to put the ball in the back of the net, and Raids puts it into the middle, but It's only going to be met by Ahmed, and Perverser are demoed in the back lines. But they're going to keep the attack up, and Ahmed will be the one to get the clear away. Perverser try to put back in the 50. Heads over to that undefended corner, but King Molino will just take no chances of that one getting away, and it's still going to progress forward. It's taken away by Perverser though, and minute gone in this overtime there or thereabouts, and there's still been no goal. But who do you think is looking more likely to take it?
At this point, I don't know. Back and forth, a ping pong game has been played, but just judging by the previous goals, I think Crusaders will take this game. They had that beautiful passing play, but Ahmed getting a lovely 50 there. The ball is just going back and forth between the two. Honestly, I'm not sure who will take it anymore as this ball just gets peppered in. Raids with a bit of a mistouch, but Passover's there to clean up control and damage control them. Raids getting a touch there, very needed. Blizzy with a pre-jump to clear it out, but King Molino getting a touch into the middle. Currynoid being there, he's going to go up for it. It's a bit of a mistouch there that just sends it into the corner, but Currynoid will be there no matter what. King Molino goes for a demo, and he gets it, but Armor's not there to swipe the ball in the net. Blizzy goes onto the ceiling with no boost, a little bit risky, but Passover's there to clean that ball up. We are now nearly 2 minutes into this overtime, and it's still anyone's game here. Is this going to be a long overtime? Will this be the longest overtime of the play-ins or playoffs for Challenger? We can't tell yet, but this ball is being back and forth. Curryloid with a beautiful touch there. He's just keeping that ball out of the net as he should. A double commit there, a bump. Passover gets the bump, but it's just not able to transfer into anything special. King Molino gets a touch and a demo onto Passover, their back man. But Raids gets a lovely clear, tries to get it into the middle for Blizzy. Blizzy gets a touch back onto the sidewall, goes up for it, gets a lovely touch, but Curry's going to be there. Raids with a 50 on it. Passover again up in the air. Curry with a bit of a mistouch, but Passover, he throws that touch away. Raids is there, sent it to the left corner. 2 minutes 40 into overtime. Merits, how do you think this game is going to go?
I don't see it ending anytime soon, that's for sure. I'm expecting at least a 4-minute overtime here. There's been so back and forth, but the defense on both teams has been second to none. Now we're seeing the demos start to come out, turning a bit into a mental warfare here, playing some mind games, getting those demos, trying to rile up your opponents, and it might work. We might see some defensive mistakes, but Crusaders, all the same for most of this game, have just been on the attack, and on the attack for the whole time pretty much. But Eclipse holding on, they've been creating some chances of their own. Blizzy has a chance to end it, but he actually sends it over to the side, and Raids forced to put it back into the middle. King Molino clears it away. Ahmed 50s, 10 shots to Ahmed's name in this one, but he actually he scored twice with his 10 shots, 13 shots to 10 in terms of the shooting, and Ahmed's got the same amount of shots as the entirety of that Crusaders roster, which is an absolutely incredible statistic. He's definitely been the main attacking highlight.
Now, if I'm honest here, I disagree. It's an incredible stat, yes, but it kind of shows a bad light on the player. The ball nearly goes in the net from a mistouch, but Raids is there to get his save. That's another shot for Ahmed, 11 shots to his name. It's just showing that, yes, however, he's getting the shots, but he's not clinical enough. And that could be a massive downfall. Ahmed going in the air, trying to finish this, gets an extra touch, but it's a double commit. But Curry has a chance to save it, but he doesn't do it. Passover gets a lovely clear out the net. Blizzy tries to get a beautiful touch to try and fan that ball downwards, but he doesn't get. Ahmed going for a pinch, he gets the pinch to him in. Molino will be there. He's definitely a king. Ahmed trying to go for a bump, he gets a nice touch into the middle again. Passover gets a bit of a fake there just to try and clear that ball away. We are now 4 minutes and 40 seconds into this overtime. Merits, you are correct. There is no end to this. Oh my god, Currynoid nearly with a goal, but it's a lovely save from Passover. This is only game 2, ladies and gentlemen, and we've played 3 games worth of time here. This is certainly riding up, and it's a shot, and it hits the crossbar again. Oh my god, King Molino with a bit of a whiff. Blizzy will be there just to clear that ball far and wide away. Blizzy gets a bit of a touch and it goes down into the middle, but Molino will be there. No, Ahmed stealing that ball away. He says, this is my ball, and does not let Molino go for it. We are now 5 minutes 20 into overtime. This is the longest overtime I've cast and I've seen. This is incredible from both teams. Such a feat of performance. Corinoid has a chance to end it, but he says no, he puts it into the side. He could be there again to end it. Molino gets faked out. What a fake by Blizzy here. He does not have the boost for this. He tries to save his boost as much as he can to try and get 50. That 50 goes straight to the corner. Passover will be there. Could this be a double? This double goes straight up. Probably not what he wanted to do in entirety. Blizzy nearly gets a double. Oh my god. We are now 6 minutes into overtime. Merits, how long will this go on for?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you this could end it though. Blizzy can't get on target. Corinoid gets it away. Raids puts a shot back on net. It's gonna stop. And it's still no end in sight. Like you said, 6 minutes gone. Still no goal. Ahmed trying to end that though. 13th shot of the game. I know you said he's not going to go enough, but as the shot's been pretty good. It's just the defense has been better from Crusaders, and they've been up and down all game. Perverser grabbing another save, and every player has at least 300 points in this lobby, which is absolutely incredible. But everyone on Crusaders has at least 500, and they've had 13 saves, but it's not going to be enough. Corinoid clutches up when they need it most, and now this series it's gone on for quite a long time, but it's only 1-1. We still have another potentially 3 games to go.
Oh my god. This match was 11.5 minutes long. That was incredible from both teams. A feat like no other. Crusaders barely taking the L here. Though, Raids, 6 saves to your name. You have the same amount of saves as Corinoid shots. Speaking of 20 shots to Eclipse, they were all over them, yet the field domination is still 50-50. Now that is a massive surprise. 2-14.
And the thing is, Eclipse had 20 shots, but King Molino didn't have a single one. You know, it might not seem significant, but I just find that to be absolutely crazy that can happen. And Crusaders, they had 11 shots themselves, and it was a lot more even out, 4, 4, and 3 respectively. So, you know, Crusaders, they let anyone take a shot. You know, Eclipse definitely have players that they want taking those shots, and you know, they're taking shots well because they did win that game, but it's still the clinicality isn't quite there, and that's something that you need if you want to go far in this tier.
No, that's correct. Their clinicality was not there. But game 3. Let's hope we do not move on to another 6-minute overtime. Please, guys. There are still 2 series after this left to play. But Southern Heights, might I say, this is my favourite map in RSC. But without further ado, we'll wait for the players to get in. And we'll be there for game 3.
We go. Game number 3. Sovereign Heights. One team will claim match point after this game, but just who will it be? We're about to find out. Game 3 underway. King Molino just sending it long, but it's only going to find Blizzy, and that could be an early goal. It's not the save he wants, but the save he gets is going to bounce off his own post and away. Very fortunate start for Eclipse, and now here's Ahmed. 14 shots in the last game, but no shots yet. It's only been 20 seconds. However, Molino not looking the most composed. He does look pretty nervous on the ball and just seems to be giving it away quite a lot. And you know, sometimes not necessarily a bad thing to just boom the ball away, but especially when you have time, you don't want to be doing that. Ahmed is a very good save, and Crusaders, they're back on top starting off game 3.
Corinoid with a lovely touch. They're trying to bring it down to get an early goal. They kind of really probably want that early goal, but the momentum from last game was huge. It's a great game for everyone to have, and it must have set them off a breath of relief from winning that game. You know, such a long overtime really that would put a lot of pressure on them mentally. Molino trying to get a touch, but it goes over the net. What can Crusaders do to break out of their half? Because they've been stuck in it for the longest time. And honestly, I just see this game moving to another overtime right now. What do you think, Merits?
The game is still young, and I don't see any problem with the way Crusaders are playing because their defense is so good. But sometimes just abandon it like they did there, but Perverser gets back to it just in time as well. It means the game is still goalless. the Crusaders can return to some sort of normality because their play style, you know, it works. They're making saves, but they just need to focus on moving out of that defensive phase, like you mentioned. It's going to be tough to do so, and finally the deadlock is broken. Curry now, the man who's been scoring so much for Eclipse, he's supplied by Ahmed, and he comes up with the goods.
You are correct, completely correct. He came up with the goods there, 100%, a lovely shot. And right now, I'm starting to doubt my prediction a little bit. Have Crusaders been mentally blocked by that overtime? Oh my god, what a save from Ahmed! Oh my god! Now that was an incredible save, truly. Rage trying to get any touchy cannons to the middle, but it's another clear away. They need a goal to their name. 2 minutes 45 left. This could be big for Eclipse to get their break point, to get the match and the series point. A nice doink there, but it just doesn't lead to anything. A lot of their plays now don't lead to anything. Closed doors that they are just struggling to open. Perversa tries to get a touch. He gets a nice 50 there. Oh, a bump from Raids into Molino, and Blizzy's up and gets a bit of a whiff, but that's a shot above the net. Molino will get a good save. He is the most consistent player on this field right now, dare I say, doing the most almost in the defense, trying to get touches up, but Raids getting another touchdown. It could have been Blizzy's shot to have, and at this point in time, it must start to tick in the minds of Crusaders that they need a goal. They need a goal now. They need to stay in this game, and they're struggling to do so. Ahmed to Currynoid. Ahmed up, but it's a lovely clear from Perversa. Molino gets played under. Perversa will try and take it across the wall. Oh, Blizzy gets a horrible touch. It just sends the ball away. Currynoid there. Raids will clear it away. A minute and a half left on this game. They need something. They need it now of all times. They do not want to go down into series point. They do not want to lose this playoffs game. They want to make the run of a lifetime. This is RSC, and this is on the line for money potentially, you know. This could be massive for them. But what are we going to see here? With only a minute left nearly. And Perversa scuffed another goal. This is so unfortunate. Merits a minute left. I honestly don't see what's going to happen here now.
You can't deny they've given everything, but everything clearly isn't enough. They need to try something new. You know, maybe switch up the style of shot you're taking, go for more solo plays. Because yes, the passing plays were working in that early game 1 and 2. They're clearly not having the same effect now, but Blizzy gonna find the equaliser, and it's gonna be a very important one at that. Ahmed just scuffing the clear, and Blizzy is the fastest one to the ball, and King Molino nowhere to be seen on the back line, just caught in no man's land. No hope of getting to that one. And Crusaders, they're the one with hope now. 40 seconds to go, and they're straight back on the offensive reversal, trying to go high, but it's cleared away by Ahmed. There's already someone there from Crusaders. They're really chasing this in the last 30 seconds or so, but how do you see this one going, Max?
Honestly, now I do not know again. I'm just hoping it's not another 10-minute overtime. That would not be good. Ray's there trying to put a shot on. They are trying to get their aggression up. They both, I think they don't want this overtime either, because this would be, that would be a very long and very strenuous overtime on their mentals. Another demo coming out. Curry getting a fake. Curry with the fake. Wait, Curry scored that? I did not see a touch from Curry there. Was that just a touch there? Oh, it was an early touch and a fake from Curry. I thought he got a really nice reader personally, but 4 seconds left, and they scored another goal.
Was very panicked there. I could see he just flipped into it with no real hope, but this could all change here. Curry now sends it away, and Eclipse on double match point here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Curry now just been leading the way. Another 600-point performance for him. 2 goals and 4 saves, and took every single one of Eclipse's 5 shots to take the victory in that one. And now they're 2-1 up in this series, and with some serious hope of advancing to face Fearless Delta in the next round, which will be next up on stream.
Manfield Knight is the next map we are going to. This series, I'm on the edge of my seat for it. Honestly, this game, this series, Curry Noid is carrying MVP of it all, and Crusaders can only think and wonder, what are they doing wrong? How can they improve on their gameplay now as they head into series point here? 2-1 to Eclipse. And this is going to be a very worrying game 4 for Crusaders.
I'm not sure what much more they can do. They put 10 shots on net, they scored 1, but the other 9 were all saved by Eclipse. It's not like they're just wasting shots. It's just need to find a way to get past that defense once and for all. And game 4 on Beckwith Park, not Manfield Knight like you said, because Manfield Knight was the game number 1 location. But now, game 4, will this be the end of Crusader season? Or will they prolong it for at least 5 more minutes? About to find out. Game 4 underway. Big clear already by Perverser, but Currynoid sends it back into that corner. Raids caught backwards a bit, but Currynoid still going to try and go all the way. Just unable to do so instead. Perverser going to try and find Blizzy in the middle. The pass is made, the shot is good, but it's just a bit too high. Raids the follow-up, finds Blizzy, he tries it 1 touch, 2 touch, and they both hit the post. And it's another very bright start for Crusaders, but the accuracy isn't there on the end product.
The accuracy is not there. They're not being clinical enough. They need to start putting these shots more on the target, and they need to stop letting Ahmed run laps around their defense. Currynoid up in the air. He still has boost, but he leaves the ball, and Ahmed misses. That's not what Currynoid would have wanted. Currynoid would have wanted a nice shot there, but it just didn't happen. Blizzy going to the backboard, but it's a lovely clear from Ahmed. Ahmed still being on that ball, but it comes to a 50 down to the middle, and it's over the top. Blizzy gets a lovely save, keeping them in. A minute has gone through, and yet the pressure is already there. We are already seeing a match of table tennis back and forth. And that's Ahmed Sar with a lovely 50, and he gets the touch into the net. 1-0 with 3 minutes 42 seconds. This is looking worrying for Crusaders.
Still quite a lot of time to go. You know, they shouldn't get down over anything that's happened in the series. Focus on the here and now. Focus on getting that game win, and then set your minds to game 5, that all-important Championsfield match. Should they get there, there's still time for them to find that equaliser and potentially a winner. And Raids maybe trying to light the way. Very nice save there. Now they're straight in their end. It's going to flow over the middle. Is anyone there? Perverser just bit by Currynoid, and now the ball is going to go reset back into the orange corner, but it's already met by Ahmed Sah. And Eclipse, they have no intentions on letting up this early pressure, but neither do Crusaders. It's going to be a very, very big shootout in this game 4.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a very big shootout, but will it be as big as game 2's 11-minute game? I'm not sure, but this game is already, the pressure is unreal. I would not want to be either side facing that pressure. A shot going just wide there. I don't know if that was meant to be a shot. We'll take it as Ahmed Sah off the wall, and he gets a demo, but it's just a lovely save from Blizzy, keeping them alive, keeping their hopes up. Blizzy takes it below Melino. Currynoid though getting the touch into the corner. Perverse is just there, always there to get that ball and to get the boost off the players when they need it most. Ahmed taking his time, but a demo attempt from Blizzy just barely unacceptable. Nice bump, Rapids over the top, misses the ball. Perverser is going, gets demoed, and a clear comes out. Currynoid tries to get a touch, but that touch doesn't make through. Melino gets a touch, Ahmed in the air facing Raids. Raids gets a nice demo bump even. Melino tries to send a touch out, and it goes nicely. Ahmed Sah will be there. He tries to get a touch, but he whiffs it, and Melino plays a pass to Curry, but Curry misses. 2 minutes left on the clock. Merits, who do you think is going to take this game?
Crusaders, they're giving everything. Now it's leading to a couple overcommits, but the last man is always there, and there's actually going to be a pass into an open net somehow. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. Ahmed Sah just, he was actually the second man, but King Molino creeping up too far forward. And Raids will be the one to find the net and keep Crusaders alive in this one. They have 1 minute 44 to either hold on or find that winner. But Eclipse, they win the kickoff. They're immediately down that other end. Blizzy taking a huge risk delivering it over the goal knife, but he does find the ball safely in the corner. Now they're straight back on the offensive. Raids wait for the bounce, but Ahmed reads it quicker. He immediately kickstart another attack. Blizzy just going to pop it off the wall to himself. He beats one. Raids trying to go for a bump. King Molino making the stop. And Crusaders, they have a minute to hold on, or like I said, find that winner. They're looking to do the first option because maybe they're fancy their chances in an overtime. Maybe Eclipse are nervous, but what do you think, Mux?
Honestly, me right now, I would love Eclipse to take this series, but I think it might go to overtime. But this pressure is not being let up. Ahmed being the last man to get a touch there. Trying to get a touch back into the middle, unsuccessful. Currynod will be there right to put pressure on. 45 seconds left. It would be an upset if either side got a goal, but it's a lovely bump from Blizzy onto King Molino. He gets another bump, and it's rapid. This game is rapid for the bumps and rapid for the mind play. It is probably deteriorated, and Ahmed has a free shot. He does not take it. He tries it, and it just gets saved. This series is the best challenger play-in series, and it's a pass, and that could be in the net, but it just doesn't go in, and Raids will try fighting his luck, and it just doesn't happen. Perversa will be up, trying to see if he can do anything. He misses the ball, so Blizzy can get there. We are heading into our last 10 seconds here. I do not believe this. Raids gets a lovely touch, but it gets bumped away. Can this be a 0-second goal? Blizzy keeping the hope alive. Currynod with a clear. Nobody's going to be there to read it. Perversa gets a touch, and it's on the post. Oh my god. Merits, we are in overtime again.
Some way, somehow, Eclipse hold on that absolute onslaught in the final seconds. And now they're in overtime, and nearly is a very quick ending, but Molino just missing the ball on Raids, making his third save, and a very important save as now it allows him to take the ball forward with Blizzy, sending it over to the corner. Currynod is now going to go into his own net. It is going to go into his own net. No! We have game 5.
We have game 5. Oh my god.
I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief, Mux. What just happened? Oh, Currynod, you've got to feel bad for him. That's definitely going to have an impact on the mental of that Eclipse roster. They had 10 shots that game, outshooting Crusaders, but it was all in vain after a very unfortunate turn of events from Currynod. It's just going to knock it back into his own net. Past the final two defenders on his team, it went past both of them into the net. And we're moving on to Champions Field to start off the evening. We're already running a bit short on time. We might be a bit behind schedule after this game 5, but that won't matter because the Rock League has been absolutely top notch.
Merits, honestly, you are further from wrong here. This game is so close, ramping up to be the best series we might see in Challenger. Honestly, whoever wins this game knows that they are going to struggle, though. They get no break. We will have to jump into the next series immediately, probably, as we are running on a tight schedule here. But we move to Champions Field. This is where legends are made in RSC. This is where we will find who will go through to play Fearless Delta here.
So many great moments have been made on this very field, and maybe this will be added to it. Game 5 is underway. The Crusaders are already trying to go for a strong start. A little bit of a ghost hit there on my screen, but still in possession of Eclipse. King Molino, he's done his job. It's not been a very flashy performance from him, but he's done what's been needed to keep Eclipse alive in the series. And this final 5 minutes will decide who goes forward to face Fearless Delta. Like you mentioned, it'll be straight after. Little to no break for whoever wins this series. King Molino puts it into the middle. Ahmed puts a shot. Not on net though. It's first 30 seconds. You can tell the teams are a bit nervous to go out of their comfort zone and take the game by the scruff of the neck, because you could just get caught out very easily and that could end your season.
Oh, Molino gets a bit of a mistouch here as the ball flies and Rage gets a goal! Early and again, Rage, you are doing everything here, my good sir. Molino, he tried his best to get a touch that would benefit them, and it just does not go down well. 4 minutes 10 on the clock. RSC, are we looking at a Crusaders win? Merits, what do you think?
In my opinion, they shouldn't even be here. It was a very fortunate moment. They even got to this position. They're really trying to make the most of what they've been given. And it's a very early start, contrary to what we've seen. Usually Eclipse were the ones to break the deadlock, but Crusaders are now the first team to find the net, and maybe that will change their events. Maybe they're just going to absolutely blow out Eclipse in this game 5, and Raid's looking to add to that lead, but he can't pass the roadblock. There's the Eclipse back coin. Curry now making another crucial stop. That 50 is not great. Raids flies up for it. It's just going to fall down. King Molino finally finds the net, and there's not a more important time to do so. It's not a very good turn of events there for Crusaders. The pinch. Raids getting worried, goes for it. He's Molino with the open net.
Molino has been, I said this 2 games ago, Molino has been the key player here. Critical. Oh no. What a save from Curry Knight. Honestly, game 5, this is what you want to see in RSC. This is what everyone wants to see, and a lovely save from Ahmed Sar comes out of the net. Oh my god, this is amazing. Are we going to see a game 5 overtime, Merits? Are we not? We don't know. 3 minutes left. Ahmed Sar tries to clear it on the match. This is looking to be amazing. Ahmed tries to put a shot through, but Perverser is there for a save. He keeps on going up the field. He tries to get a fake, but Currynod will not be baited. Raids puts on the bubble. Currynod is there again. What a save. You are playing out of your mind this series, Currynod. Raids here, trying to go for a little bit of an air play. What's he going to do? Not going to go for the... Oh my god. Will he get it? Oh! He
Oh my god.
gets a beautiful air play. This is Challenger, everyone. I don't believe it. Raids here, getting a touchdown to the corner. Ahmed Sar with a shot. It just goes wide. Oh my god. Merits, how do you see this game going, man?
Honestly, it's too early to tell in my opinion. We've still got half the game, so let's just sit back and enjoy it. See what happens, what push comes to shove. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's just up to the teams to decide their destiny. And Crusaders look to try and take it. The shot is good, the shot is wide. Blizzy's there, also wide. That could be one of the moments that they look back on when they go for the VODs after the series. But, you know, they could have closed it there and then. They could still go on to close it out though, but they're facing a bit of an onslaught. Blizzy finds Raid. Raid finds the net. And they're back in the lead.
Oh my god, Crusaders, where were you games? What was it, games 3 and 4? 2 and 3? One of the two, honestly, but where were you? Thank you, Merits. Games 2 and 3, where were you? This is amazing Rocket League here, not what you'd expect from the second lowest tier. Now, if I remember rightly, is there a oh my god, Perverser, another goal! Wowee!
I'm not sure what happened, I was looking away, but just appears to be a fortunate 50, and it's very fortunate for them. Because now they have a 2-goal lead. And they're only here because of Curry Knight making a very drastic mistake. And now they have 2 goals to chase, and it's going to be a very tall order in such high stakes like a game 5 on Champions Field. But never say never when it comes to Rocket League. Ray is trying to add to his hat-trick. Instead, Blizzy will! And I think that's the dagger that will send Eclipse home and make my prediction come true.
Oh my god, Merits, you could be right. This is incredible Rocket League here. I cannot comprehend how these guys are 5th and 6th. They could have been higher up in the table. That just proves how tightly and how good the players at the top rank play. The ball, 4-1. Will Blizzy go for a demo to make it another goal? He will try it, and he will try and go for another goal. I've just checked, and the player that I've complimented all series, King Molino, is Prospect. A Prospect is playing at this level, and it's incredible, but oh, cast a curse right at the perfect time. A pass down to the middle, a beautiful pass might I say, but just to the wrong player. 5-1 with 43 seconds. I think we can safely say that this might be GG's.
GG's indeed. They done so well to get here, but they fell at the final hurdle. Crusaders, they took this game like it was their last. They could go for the Brazil. That would be the ultimate embarrassment. They got here because of an own goal. I've mentioned it time and time again. It's just poetic beauty. Because this could be a Brazil in a game that they might not even have deserved to be in, because Eclipse, they're looking good up to that point. And now they've just absolutely crumbled and fumbled.
You are absolutely right. They have fumbled an entire bag. They will look at this result and think, where did we go wrong, guys? What could we have done better? And where did our mental go wrong to where we go down? Now, this game is honestly, it's over before we can say anything else. 10 seconds on the clock here. I will be the one commenting for the last 10 seconds. Carino trying to get a touch to the middle, but Raids will be there. Raids goes for a shot on the top corner, and he does not get it. Ahmed Saad trying to keep away the Brazil. We are in 0 seconds and a shot. They could have let it drop. It was not in the net. But this ball is they are trying to frantically get a constellation goal, anything to make them look good. And the ball goes to the backboard. And Blizzy with a lovely save. Here we are still in 0 second territory. They know it's over. It's all over. The game, the ball drops. Crusaders take a win in game 5. GG's to them both. Now, 3 minutes until the next series. We need to wrap this up quickly. Big congratulations to Crusaders. The next cast is Kingsman and Spooks. This was a lovely series. I loved watching it.
Yep. Commiserations to Eclipse though. They came so close, but they just let slip. And that game 5 just maybe got a little bit too nervous, and it cost them in the end. It was a very good game for Raids. I believe he got a hat-trick and a couple assists in there as well, so he definitely showed up when it mattered most. But like you said, we'll be moving on straight into the next series. Fearless Delta taking on Crusaders for the final lower bracket spot to make it to Sunday for the playoffs, and handing it over to Kingsman and Spooks in a couple of minutes. We'll see you then.
Have a good evening, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just enjoyed ourselves a Game 5 banger of a series, but don't get tired just yet. You now have me and Kings McGass to deal with on the casting booth. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's been a long time since I've been in the booth, but glad to be back. And it's, well, we've reached the clinical of both of these teams' seasons. Fearless, Crusaders in the play-ins. Well, as we show you the bracket now, obviously, yesterday we had Shrine beat Orcus 3-2. Shrine came out of nowhere, actually took Nezuko's spot and managed to beat out Orcus, and then Primordial sent the Dream Run home. And then about maybe 10 minutes ago, you saw the Eclipse versus Crusaders game, where Crusaders took a very dominant Game 5. Shouldn't have been as dominant as it was, but there we go. Now, Fearless Delta, 4th in Glacies, will play Crusaders.
Indeed, but I want to look maybe a bit at the upper bracket, where we saw a 3-2 win. Unexpected. We'll quickly go on. Some upsets are happening. It's why we all love this league, all love the challenger side. The statistics. They always say so much, and they mean so little when it actually comes down to the play-ins, to the playoffs type stuff. You can look at this. What statistics are popping into your head when you look at this Kings McGass? What do you see and think to yourself, like, yeah, that's the one thing we need to watch out for?
So, honestly, first thing that's popped out of me is the demos are equal on both sides, but not as big. But I'd say Fearless have 314 saves compared to 272 from Crusaders. So, potentially expect a lot more counter-attacking play from Fearless here.
Yeah, but overall, I can be wrong here, Kinsman, guys. I'll ask you on this, but these two teams, looking at just statistics, they're both 4th and 5th.
Mm-hmm.
How equal these stats are is nuts to me.
Oh,
it really isn't differing a lot. Like, the biggest thing is, like you said, the saves. That's the biggest difference. Other than that, they're so incredibly equal all over.
Yeah, I mean, I think, if my maths is correct, they have the same goal difference as well, with a plus 12. So, I mean, except for the 1-game win-loss and the 2% shooting, they are exactly evenly matched, which you want to see at this stage. And now we're going to move on to the player stats. Well, obviously, Fearless, they show their main roster. Torchic, your boy Hasm, Potato Boy. I mean, if there's any standout player for me on Fearless, it'd have to be Potato Boy, just because I've seen him play multiple times. And all based around his assists, 43, goals 53, and saves 86. But I mean, if you look all around, you will see 80+ saves from the Fearless roster. And, well, very equal on the Crusaders side.
I'm sorry. Someone's name is Potato Boy. You have me sold already, quite honestly.
Beautiful.
Your naming, if your name is something like that, you have me sold. I'm your fan. You're done good. That is what I like to see. You have my entire devotion now. My entire votes will just go to you at this point. As long as he plays, I'm happy.
Well, I think you'll be happy to know he is playing. He is in the lobby. So you've got the #1 fan now on the desk for Potato Boy. So I mean, yeah. What do you reckon the predictions? What's your prediction then for this game then, Spooks?
Well, we had to maybe leak it a tiny bit early to our broadcaster. I said 3-2 for Fearless Delta. Thank you for letting me go first and letting people think that I actually know what I'm talking about here, and not talking just straight up, just doing this, doing that. Because I know very little about this league, of course. I know very little about the players. So I'm in for a big surprise. You know a bit more with your 3-1 prediction. That is the one that you probably should be listening to for everyone that's watching.
Well, I had them, in my RSC cast predictions, many people know, I had them beating Eclipse. I had Eclipse beating Crusaders. But considering how matched Crusaders and Eclipse were, especially with Eclipse playing King Molino, who is a prospect player, I can see them getting one game based off of momentum at the start. But then Fearless are just so strong, so working together. And, well, I love my boy Buddha, so I gotta go with Fearless on this. And I reckon after game 1, Fearless might have it wrapped up.
Wait. Buddha is the owner of which one of the orcs?
Fearless.
Oh, never mind. Change my vote to Crusaders. Thank you.
Whoa! Whoa!
Gotta drop it. Gotta drop it.
Buddha hate.
Gotta do it.
Honestly, the Buddha hate is real.
Oh,
wow.
Keeping strong. Anti-Buddha squad. Gotta keep it going.
Honestly, well, I went to see if we can get a desk of them, but I haven't even sent them in, but they're on their way. And, well, game #1, we were told on the desk on Monday, Hazard would not be starting. Surprise appearance, here he is. So main rosters, they go at each other, and we are away. It's a good kickoff, to be fair, to start with for Fearless. And well, oh my god, they're already taking control of the game here, Spooks.
I mean, the man of the hour, the man who should not be here, scores an easy tap-in. Let's be honest. It's a bit of a, I wouldn't even call it a mistake, just a quick counter kickoff goal, really. Coming out from Fearless Delta, a good startup, right what you need. Not too worrying just yet for Crusaders. Maybe it's just a bit of a slap in the face, like, hey boys, wake up, get going, get ready. Because you cannot start up cold against Fearless Delta. Let's be honest, I think that's where we probably are going to be thinking the same. Is Fearless Delta is not a team you can think lightly of or go in easily, especially not when they're having Haza on the team.
Yeah, exactly. And well, their form in the last few weeks, that showed that they deserve a name. And Toby's up now, looks for the backboard, isn't going to get it. Potato Boy, man of the moment, drops it down into the midfield. Awfully dangerous for Crusaders. But a bit of a clear. Potato Boy now to Haza. Haza tries to get it over, but raids. Good 50 from him to prevent danger now as Potato Boy. Ooh, bit of a whiff there. Not the greatest from him. And Toby, it's a good clear here. And well, it's good to see, as you said, maybe a bit cold, Crusaders coming into this, but they're starting to warm into it with just a minute off the clock.
It's always a bit of getting used to, as Blizzy doesn't need any more time to get used to the defense. Saw a small opening and took a good aim and shot. Getting past the defense right there. And like you said, it may be that Crusaders needs to warm up a bit, of course. And that is logical for this rank in particular, where these people need to get used to how someone else is playing, how the enemy is playing. Because of the way this rank works, it's always going to be a big thing. If they are feeling good, then they can be some of the best players you've ever seen. When they aren't feeling good, you think, what are you doing in this rank? That is sadly enough what Challenger is all about. So far, both teams aren't looking too bad, though.
I mean, we saying
no.
that Hazard's just absolutely gone flying past the ball. I mean, that is what you mean. They can feel like, why are they in this rank? He will feel terrible for that, but can he make up for it? Oh, it's off the crossbar. He cannot. Oh dear. And that is someone who definitely needs to put his shooting boots back on. Oh dear, he's had the nicest chance I think anyone will ever receive, and now, well, he's fumbled it, and it's still a tied game as Perversa looks for a redirect. A brilliant pass down, actually, but Blizzy, 26, so it's two Blizzies. Let's try not get them confused, but Raids now, he's up. What a redirect, and his bottom corner beats out Potato Boy. Raids doesn't need anyone except the pass back. Beautiful from Perversa and Raids, and it's 2-1 Crusaders.
Look at that little play right there. That's what you like to see in Crusaders. Really warming up. Maybe they heard my screams of Buddha has to lose. And they were like, yes, Spooks, we will do what you ask of us. And now they're playing really well, 2-1 ahead. With a bit over the half of the game still left to go. Of course, anything can happen. Hazard trying to take control right here. Bell bounces back into the midfield. It's a good touch from Fix Toby. He brings it back into the middle once again. Double commit comes on out. But the ball is just too much of an awkward position. Not much they can do right there, Kingsman, guys. Just a little bit out of touch just so far.
Yeah, no. Oh, there's a backflip, but Toby is going to capitalize. Bit of a huge touch there. But when Hazard backflips, this time, third time, he has Toby to slam it home. Blizzy ain't getting there. 2-2, half the game done. 7 shots for Fearless, 3 for Crusaders. Most would say it looks dominated off stats, but I'd say quite the opposite. I'd say we've had quite the equal games. Both teams not really making their mark defensively yet, but there's still a lot of time to go as Toby looks to push it middle, all the way middle, and Potato Boy. Oh no, that's Hazard actually. I'm getting my players mixed up. Hazard's missed again. Potato Boy now looks for his first goal, but Perversa is going to save it, and well, this game's very, very, very close, and that's a beautiful flick.
That's a beautiful flick up into the air, but sadly enough, it will not be finished. No goal just yet from Fearless Delta to get back into the lead. And Lager gets it back down. It's a good little attempt to maybe get a double with 0 boots. It's gonna be always very tough. It's Fixtobi once again looking to get another touch. Gets it forward, but again, the boost amount, it's a struggle point. He does get a beautiful touch right there, but it's easily put to the side for Crusaders. And right now, it seems the boost amount, it is what is killing both of these teams. It's what's holding them back from getting that final third goal to win this game. Just a bit more boost in the tank is necessary.
Yeah, I mean, considering Crusaders, from what I saw in chat at least, they said Eclipse Crusaders was a very defense-heavy And finally, we've seen a team pushing forward and it's Fearless. And they've just kept Crusaders in their half for, I want to say, maybe 2 minutes 30 of this game so far. And Raids gets a demo, opens up the field now as Toby. He does get a save for himself. Second save for him as Blizzy demos Potato Boy, but doesn't want to take the ball as Toby beats 2, almost bumps the third, and Hazza is going to clear up any empty ball on defense. Blizzy, off the corner. Potato Boy is going to drop into the middle, but Raids clears it away. It's a long clear as well. Potentially some chance to get boost now for Crusaders, but that's banged along the midfield. And well, Crusaders starting to take the game to Fearless now, Spooks.
We're trying to take it to Fearless, but it hasn't been there just yet. It still needs a little bit of something. Maybe this is the something I'm asking. A good, beautiful fake. Gets it over the other one, but Helsa with the save. Can he do it again? The ball's still not in the net. It was bouncing on the line. But so far, Fearless Delta, they hold on tight. But how long can you hold on for? 10 seconds left on the goal. Is there finally Blizzy finishing it off? It was so close for way too many times.
Yeah, it was, and with that Blizzy first chance, I thought I was going to hear myself in clip of the season. But not to be. Blizzy does find a goal, and it will put Crusaders into the lead very much against the run of play this game. 9 seconds on the clock, ticking down frantically, and that ball's going to strafe across the net. Potato Boy demoed. First man has no boost, and Blizzy will drop it. Crusaders, very composed. They will take game 1, and what did I say? They would take it based off momentum.
I mean, eventually in the end, it was just a waiting moment. Wait for the ball to actually finally get into the net. I mean, it was very much deserved, though. Let's be honest here, Kingsman. It looked like Fearless Delta started off incredibly well, but after that opening maybe minute, it felt more like they had to chase after Crusaders instead of being prepared to fight them right on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, after that first minute, I thought, hold on a minute. Fearless, they just look 10 times better this time. They could genuinely take this, but Crusaders, they worked into the game, and then it looked like, as you said, Fearless chasing the game more as in attacking it. But anyway, we are where we are. Crusaders have taken game 1, and I'd say it's very much deserved how the players run. I mean, to be as composed as they were in defense, Fearless just did not have that composure. And well, hopefully for them at least, and for Buddha watching in chat, or should be watching in chat, but they're gonna have to let me tell them to go again. But hopefully we can see a bit more composure from both sides now. Both teams, actually no, Crusaders have got that. Hopefully we see Delta doing that, because I've seen Delta on a good day. Delta are a very strong team, but Spooks, here we go. Game 2 is underway.
Game 2 is underway, and it starts off like we saw game number 1 happening. A quick early goal. Is this just gonna be the game plan for Fearless Delta? Just, we get into the game, boom, score right off. And after what happens then, we'll see after that, but I hope they change their game plan now a tiny bit though. I don't want to see another repeat of what happened last game where they just were not able to really get going anymore. I do hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought I seen deja vu for a second, and Raids makes it 1-0. We are seeing deja vu.
Yeah.
Crusaders just love chasing the game, I think. As Toby 50, Hazard's gone up, and Potato Boy's gone on the post. That is going to be awkward for both teams, but Crusaders level it up almost in 10 seconds. That is an impressive feat if I've ever saw one, but now one team's going to need to take a lead, in my eyes. A 2 or 3 goal lead, I think, to take this game comfortably with, I reckon, about 2 minutes left, because both of these sides can score goals, and they've definitely shown us that.
Big words coming out of Kingsman. He's saying that you need to score at least 3 or 4 to make sure that you win the game here. I mean, it's a bit of truth to it. It happens quite a lot in these ranks where you have to score that many goals just to make sure you're past someone coming back. Mainly because the defense can be a bit shaky sometimes, but the offense can look good. This offensive attack will die down quite quickly though. 4 minutes left on the clock, still 1-1. Good demo coming out from Potato Boy, but no one there to follow him up apart from another demo. But even with the double demo, Crusaders look quite alright.
Yeah, they do. They've got their communication down to the top notch. And now They are just composed, as you like, as Blizzy. Not the greatest clear from him, but Hazard, it's a good 50. I mean, I think the game against Eclipse has really helped them defensively, because as much as they were allowed to attack that game, they know how to defend now, and that ball is not going to go where Potato Boy would have wanted it. As now he looks to push it mid, Potato Boy. Good 50 with him, it just goes wide. Reverse shot onto net, but Hazard is going to claim it now, and he looks for a flick here. Blizzy. Insta challenges though, and well, it's good to see finally a mixture of both teams taking this game. Oh, never mind. There you go. Potato Boy has ice. 2-1.
The pre-caster curse. You were about to say something, but a beautiful read from Potato Boy. Of course, the bounce is not that heavy, but he read it all the way through. Getting that ceiling bounce, knowing exactly where the ball ends up going, and getting the 2-1 lead. I was just about to comment, really, like, I haven't seen much open play goals or any attempts on goal from Fearless Delta, and that's a beautiful way to prove me wrong, as this ball ends up in the hands of a Verser, but he can't do much of it. Ball back into the middle, right into the hand of Fixed Obi. Can someone follow it up? No, it is Raid. Does he have to flip reset? Nah, he does not have to flip reset.
I mean, they're going for flip resets in Challenger now. Honestly, how times have changed. But Potato Boy, beautiful midfield ball, but Hazard, not the man of the moment tonight, as he puts it onto the bar. And well, okay, never mind, it has been cleared. I was just confused for a second, and the ball just lied in the Fearless Delta half.
No.
And Potato Boy off the post. Fearless Delta, honestly, Spooks, if they were getting it in between the woodwork and not on the woodwork, I reckon they'd be 4 or 5 up by now.
Yeah, but it's always easy saying that if it was just on target. If this was just on target, it would be tight now. But it isn't. It hits the woodwork once again. It is so easy to say that type of stuff. Just be like, oh yeah, if we just played a bit better. Oh, if we just shot our shots on target, actually. I mean, if I shot my shots on target, I would be RLCS level. It's a beautiful word to say, beautiful thing to say, but it isn't always working like that. And I feel like Crusaders is definitely feeling that right now as well, with a couple of shots not hitting the net, not finding their path to the right position. As Fixtobi once again, good 50s coming out in the middle though.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to dream, isn't it? It's always good to have the own, well, what if?
I have no dreams anymore.
Oh, we have no dreams. We're sat here, but it's fine. It's going to be a very awkward play for Fearless in the defense now, but Blizzy drops it middle. There's just no follow-up for Crusaders. That is going to go wide now, and that's going to be a demo onto Potato Boy as Hazard clears it away. Only so far as Raids, though. Hazard now, beaten out by Blizzy, and it's a bit awkward, but it's a very good 50. And that's a backflip. Is it going to work? No, it's off the crossbar. Reverser's there. How's that? Oh, Spooks, I'm going to save my voice. How has that not got in?
I don't know either. I'm looking at it. I feel like right now, it feels like Crusaders has hit every single pixel of the woodwork. Every single post, every single pixel there, they've hit right now. And it just does not want to go in. 45 seconds left on the clock. They need to get something going right now. Potato Boy has a shot on net. It's a bit too wide. And Raid saw it actually coming. Good inside patience to not go panicky on that ball. It's so easy to do that type of stuff. Verser gets a good 50. It's in the hands of him once again. Can he bring it forth? Doesn't have a lot of boost in his tank. It's Fixtobi once again bringing it out. An attempt from Blizzy. I would like to think that was a pinch attempt, but it didn't work out for them either. And it means that the ball is back into the orange half. You don't have a lot of time left. Fearless Delta is just patiently waiting. Beautiful pass into the middle. Blizzy is there, but he shoots too high. The ball, it just doesn't want to go down.
Wow. I was looking at that thinking, this is a masterclass from Crusaders. And Blizzy hits more. Another pixel that clearly hasn't been hit yet. And oh my goodness, I said if Fearless had scored theirs, what would it have been? But if Crusaders had done the same, we could have been 5-5. But wow, adrenaline-filled game, and it's absolutely entertaining for me for sure.
It's entertaining to see, yeah, definitely. But I got a bit sad from Crusaders, to be honest. Eventually, near the end, they were like, oh, we've hit every pixel on the crossbar and the post. Let's go a bit higher. And then decided to also hit every pixel on the back wall as well. Not what you like to see. Go hit the pixels inside the net, you know. That tends to help you win games.
I mean, it does win you games, but you got to do it enough times that it wins you games. And
Just score more. to score
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I lose should have scored more, but clearly they didn't score enough, and well, that is going to be what their downfall is going to be. As my Rocket League decides to be my downfall today and crashes. Beautiful. But I'm sure we'll be underway with Game 3 soon.
We will be underway, and don't worry, Kingsman. I have you. I have everyone covered. I have done radio casting before. I have done so before in the past. You will miss no single part, or will not enjoy it. Kingsman will be back quite soon. Don't worry about him. He's there. He's waiting in the shadows, slowly crawling his way back online. It's the path to Rocket League. It's the path of game number 3. It's a beautiful kickoff once again from Fearless Delta as Kingsman again rejoins the lobby. It is beautiful stuff you like to see. What I also like to see is finally no goal within 10 seconds of kickoff.
Way! Honestly, we're improving game by game. It's getting better, and we're 1-1 in the series. So I mean, overall, there is a lot of time in this. That's a good 50 middle, but Hazard now going to take control of the ball here. Good flick over one, but he can't get the second one. And once again, I think we could be at stalemate for a very long time here.
Oh, definitely, definitely. We can see this going on for quite a bit, because let's remind ourselves, the other 2 games, what happened in the first 10 seconds was we saw a goal from Fearless Delta. Well, they tried to do it once more. Beautiful touch from Toby. It's on the line. And finally, it bounces on in.
Third game where Fearless have opened the scoring, and that just didn't want to go in. Toby had to push it in. 1-0, and it's once again they've scored within the minute, but it's just every time they've scored first, Crusaders have answered almost immediately. Hopefully for Fearless, they don't do the same. A bit of a double commit though is going to potentially stall an attack here, but it is fine for them as Crusaders look to attack now. And well, Hazard almost getting absolutely dusted on the goal line, but not to be this time as Crusaders look to attack the game.
Ball back into the middle. Right. Good hit up into the air. Can the bump come out? No, Potato Boy dodged the demo, dodged the bump, but didn't dodge this beautiful tap in from Preferser. What has he done here? Look at this Kingsman. He drops it on down, follows it up, and boom, past the defender.
Toby just too stunned on the goal line, too stunned to speak. And I said they loved quick responses. That was only 30 seconds. They do, honestly, they never want to be behind. And, well, they're going to look to make it 2. And, oh, my. Toby coming in clutch for Potato Boy there. That was lovely stuff from Blizzy. And, well, that's a demo on the goal line, but it's only going to be cleared by Potato Boy now. And, well, every time I've noticed something. Every time Crusaders score quickly after a goal, Fearless seem to panic a small bit here.
They do, but it's something that you just don't expect. You think like, okay, we're ahead, nice, let's go. And then they're just like, oh no, wait, we're all of a sudden tied. And then the panic starts happening. You start thinking, hey, we're now tied up again. Because let's be honest, everyone thinks it's a lot easier to lead, but it's a lot harder when you're down.
Yeah, and Blizzy has put Fearless down. 2-1. He gets it over Toby. Toby just sat, nothing he can do. Well. 2-1. Crusaders take a lead, I believe, for the 2nd time this series. The last time they did, they won that game. But there's still 3 minutes left on the clock here as Hazard looks to push it to the side now. Look, can he get the ball middle? Oh, he's going alone here. Well, it's going to be a pinch into the midfield. And, well, all I want to know is, do you think we'll see a quick Fearless response here?
No, that's not the Fearless style. If they wanted a quick response, it would have been from kickoff. Not this long into the game. Let's be honest here, Kingsman.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
It's the first round looking to maybe get another goal added to the tally of Crusaders, but they haven't been able to really break out in the lead. They've not been able to really get more than 1 goal in advance. They always just stay close to one another. This is a good offensive attack from Fearless, but it's getting... God, take it away. English books, thank you very much.
That's fine. I'm English and I still even mess up English, but Hazard now looks to get over one. He does that. Goes for a flip reset, but he doesn't get it. And a bit of a double commit. The third and second man not going to do what they want, and it gives Crusaders an opening as Hazard looks to beat one. Blizzy, though, is going to beat him. That Potato Boy does get the clear on the sidewall, and Raid is a good 50. Perverser on his own, but yes, he does have the ice for that. And, well, we're seeing a lot more Fearless panicking now as the time expires. They just need to stay calm.
They need to stay calm. They need to stay relaxed, just like how we're always relaxed, right, Kingsman?
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, see. We're always relaxed. Definitely never any panic at all. Like, totally never. Trust me. Trust me on that, Asphyx. So he gets the ball away from his own half, looking to maybe follow it up. The Verser is once again blocking him off. Potato Boy decides to keep the ball stuck in the orange half. A miss coming out from Blizzy. This could open up some space, and it opens up a second goal for the boys in blue. Fearless Delta, they needed this, because you did not want to go into the last minute going down 1 goal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Miss Central. It's not Urban Central where we're going to be arriving. It's going to be Miss Central. I've seen, I think, 5 of the 6 players on the field miss the ball. And, well, the 6th one puts it in the net. Oh my, this is Challenger, ladies and gentlemen. It does the best of things to you. As Toby looks to get a 15. Nah, says
Textual
Spooks.
fakes. It's textual. It's all textual fakes. They're all thinking. They're all calculated. Don't worry about it. They're all fakes. Like this, all planned. Watch this. Boom, planned. Because it almost leads into the goal. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just working. It's the 300 IQ plays. Blizzy looking for a demo, but you need a teammate to go for the ball a bit quicker than the enemies do. As Haza, beautiful touch for it once again. Can he get a follow-up? Yes, it's onto the backboard. This could be it. This could be what you needed. A tactical fake once again. Double fake coming out. And Raids wants to leave it alone. Everybody's leaving the ball alone. Blizzy trying to get it into the middle. Beautiful pass down to his teammate, but Haza blocking it off once again. Will he fake once more? He has 0 boost in a tank to Verser. A good clear away. 10 seconds left. Are we going to get ourselves an overtime? It's Raids missing the ball in front of the net, but no one there to get it in the net. It needs to go inside, boys, not the other way. Hassan, where are you going?
So I think he got confused. He always just I am just too stunned to speak. Honestly, if this game would have to have an episode name in a series, it would have to be the Game of Fakes. Honestly, I've not seen so many fakes in one game, and well, I thought Hazard was gonna maybe dribble it into his own net, but he just wasn't feeling it. And Potato Boy does look for a redirect there, but it's not going to be. And well, 30 seconds down, and it's what I like to see. No quick goals being scored.
You know how we usually always say, see ball, hit ball, when people are chasing? I think they're missing a part.
No, see ball, fake ball, of course.
Exactly. As this ball is good on target, it bounces over to their defender. An awkward miss coming out from the right side. Crusaders? What happened here, buddy?
Poor old Raids. Awkward on the post, and he commits. And Fearless Delta are going to take their 2-1 lead in this series. Is Kingsman's prediction going to come true? Maybe not in the way I thought it is, but it's 2-1 Fearless at the minute, with Fearless onto match point.
On to match point. I feel like this is a personal attack because I didn't want Fearless to win because of Buddha. I feel like this is a personal attack from Crusaders saying like, no, we like Buddha. He can win.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like Buddha? Well, it's obviously Spooks. Yeah, there you go. we've got someone.
I love Buddha.
Exactly. But yeah, Crusaders, they were doing so well at the start. I honestly thought they were going to take game 3 here. And then when Fearless started to fake, it all went wrong. Fearless just need to fake more. I found the strategy for them. Honestly, fakes,
please no.
they...
Please no. Please no. Please no.
Look, we love them in the booth, obviously.
Please no.
They listen to me. They love me.
Please don't listen to Kingsman. Anyone, trust me, you don't want to. It is better when you don't listen to him. Please keep hitting the ball. It is way more enjoyable. Thank you, Pixtoby. He's doing a wonderful job at what I'm telling him to. He's trying to pinch it into the middle. Can't get a second touch, but the ball straight into the middle. Haza! The amounts of times that Haza has hit the ball and it just rolls in front of the enemy net and no one is there to hit it home has been way more than I can count on one hand. And that's just a sad thing. Or his own accuracy is maybe faltering a tiny bit.
Who knows? It's definitely accuracy in the first 2 games. I think it's...
Oh my!
Okay, he's proven you wrong, Spooks. Okay.
Definitely. I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
He's just straight up gone, nope, I can hit the target, thank you. Lovely, donk. Oh, donk? I don't know. Doink, that's it. There we go, over the last defender. And well, Fearless are going to take the lead, but this has happened 4 out of 4 games now. But we haven't seen a 2-goal lead from them, and we won't yet. Brilliant save from Blizzy, and well, that would have definitely put Crusaders a bit further out of sight.
It definitely could have been a good helping hand for Fearless to just get that 2-goal lead. Be a bit more confident in yourself. Just a reminder for everyone, I did pick Fearless to win this game. I just want to put it out there. Just gotta say it as Perverser just hits the ball up into the air, trying to follow it up himself, gets the best one, but Hazza is still getting a touch out of it. Even with 0 boost to his tank, he can just get enough of a touch, just getting it away from the offensive attackers. Potato hits it to the side. It's Vixtobi trying to follow it up. A small little team bump, but it won't hold back the attack. As this, once again, Hazza bringing it into the middle. No one there to help him out. Perverser, what can you do on your own? Not much. He actually leaves it alone for raids. Smarter decision.
Yeah, I mean, for once, the tactical fakers work. Oh, Toby. I was about to say, Toby's going to do something that I don't see challengers doing. But he has an Potato Boy. Lovely drop into the midfield. He doesn't get the follow-up touch, though. Hazza, show us what you've got. He doesn't have it, though, as Raids comes from behind and absolutely annihilates him. And Raids, again, is going to be your man in the defense. And, well, Hazza isn't going to be your boy in the defense for Fearless as he fakes it twice. But eventually it is out for Toby and Raids. Pretty awkward, though. He does get the backflip, and well, there's not a Fearless player to be seen. I don't think I've. There we go. Toby is finally back on the ball. Don't worry, Fearless aren't out of sight yet.
Not out of sight just yet, but they're not safe either. Fearless needs to be careful because a 1-0 lead. I mean, we've seen it how many times before now? 3 times exactly. Every single game. It has come back into a 1-1. Can it happen once again this time around? Not going too well. Not what you like to see. But it's still in the hands. It's back into the middle once again. Crusaders trying their best. Can they get another ball into the middle? No, Potato hitting it away. Vixtobi stands ready. Tries to pass it into the middle. Actually, a good hit from him. But sadly enough, not good enough to get something going for his team. But this is a bit of a giveaway going out from Blizzy. Not what you like to see. Hazza, what can you do by yourself? Well, not much. Just Toby. Goes high into the air. Can't do it alone. Toby. Oh no. He's demoed. Potato. Awkward position, but still gets the save.
One thing I will say I'm liking from Crusaders so far is the amount of times they pass back to each other. That is the coordination, and that's what Fearless I don't think are doing. They just bang it away, but it's working for them. They're 1-0 up in this game, and that has not been a quick comeback from Crusaders. Honestly, yeah, it is very scary, and that's a demo onto Perverser as Blizzy. Last man, he pops it to Perverser. It's a good clear. Toby steals the boost. Potato Boy, is he going to show us what he's got? No, he isn't. He doubles it wide, and Blizzy takes control. Now Toby demos Blizzy, and well, all 3 back in Fearless. Sure, oh, and some fakes. Surely Crusaders don't score here. Not yet.
Blizzy. Touch into the middle. Raids actually faking it. It almost worked in his favor. Another demo coming out from Potato Boy. This one was almost in. Vixtobi on the goal line. He saved them all and maybe got the W for Fearless as 1 minute left to go. Crusaders, you have to do something quickly. You cannot wait so long. Raids to the side. It's a good hit, but Perverser gets bumped.
Wow, what a save from Toby, and that will keep their hopes of a Game 4 blowout done and dusted. Perverser up with 42 seconds. Raids is up even, and it's a double commit in the defense. That is not what you want to see from them. Yeah, panic as you just said, Spooks. And well, Blizzy's up now. Fearless panicking. They know they have that lead. They have that game advantage as well. And well, there's a fumble in the defense. 28 seconds. Crusaders make it 4 out of 4 for 1-1 games.
You could smell it in the air. It was not meant to be. Fearless was not meant to be winning here just yet. It is now 30 seconds left on the clock. 1-1. Can they finish it before an overtime? Or are we going to maybe see it ending a bit earlier? 20 seconds, Blizzy trying to get it clear. He wants to finish this off, of course. Getting this game back tied up is already beautiful, but first they're getting it over 1. Vixtobi will not let that ball bounce on in. 10 seconds left. Can he do it on his own? The goal is a bit open. One more touch needed, but Blizzy blocking it off. Has the control, but this is not the control you needed. This ball goes straight into the middle. It's still up. It bounces away. And we have an overtime.
Well, one goal decides the fate of Crusaders here. If it's a goal for them, they take it to game 5. If it's a goal for Fearless, they are out of RSC Challenger. Well, it's going to be a 50. Raids is up. Oh, it's over Raids. Perversa versus Toby. Perversa puts it into the corner. And, well, it's going to be a 50 from Hazard into the midfield. And, well, Spooks, this is going to be a very good overtime, I think.
Blissey is trying to make it a very good overtime. Hazard now hits it to the side, straight back into the middle. It's what he's been doing very well. Potato Boy trying to get to 50 and save. Not working out this time around. Means that we all have to take a deep breath as this ball once again into the middle. Hazard has been doing a wonderful job with that. He's been non-stop getting this ball into the middle of the field, creating chances for his team, but no one there to finish it off as Raids now good 50 in favor, actually, of Crusaders, but they need to have someone there to finish it off. Potato Boy tries to drop it back down into the hands of Hazard. Good patient turn, man. A good shot on target, a bit too high. Blissey recovers, and we're a minute into this overtime. Let it be a long one.
It's going to be a long one, I reckon, but... Oh, no one Potato Boy does that. As Raids, there we go. Raids passes back to Glizzy, and, well, Glizzy... Oh, well,
the voice is gone.
The voice is gone, and well, that is a good beat from Hazard. Potato Boy's there. He cannot end the series. Oh my god, I've just seen Toby go flying in. Potato Boy not ending the series yet, but he does get a save. If he loses this game now, he is not going to be the happiest man in that Delta VC.
Blissey was playing with fire right there. That ball should have been in, actually, as this is a good solo play coming out from Toby, but not going in just yet. Potato Boy to the side. Hazard makes it a bit easier. Good decision to just take a bit more time. Could go for the double, but it's not good enough. To the side we go, and it's once again a good opportunity coming out from Fearless Delta, but just nowhere is the finish. We need someone to finish off the shots. Raids tries to go for a flip reset. Once again, not getting it, but a good 50 going in favor. Hazard, that's not the way you should be shooting. It's also on its own net.
That's the second game he's done something like this.
I know.
Honestly, is he getting paid? Do we need to see some sort of DMs between Skaze and Hazard here potentially? But it is going to be Toby who picks up his 4th save of the game. And Perversa misses off the backboard. It should be in, but it is not going to be. Potato Boy had all the time he needed, and now Raids has all the time he needs, but it's straight to Hazard. Very awkward and dangerous, and that drops in front of the net. Potato Boy, Raids is up. Oh, Toby backflips, but luckily for them, Raids is going to go shy of the ball, and Toby now gets it on. It's a beautiful 50. He's beaten 2. Where's the second man? There he is. He's a bit slow, and now Raids looks for the shot onto Hazard, but there you go. Very close.
It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. It's in front of the net. This one bounces on in. It rolls on in. The defenders are gone. And the goal does happen. 3 minutes into overtime. Potato Boy maybe a bit too excited to go forward. And it left the back line wide open. And we're going into a very, very deserved Game 5.
Agreed. But as I said, Potato Boy will be kicking himself for missing that open net.
Yeah,
he had it, but it went off the top corner, and that could have been it. We could have been wrapping up the intro. We could have been wrapping up the outro, but
we could have saved your voice, but no.
I could have saved my voice. No, Game 5, but it's fine. I enjoy this Game 5, and as you said, it is very deserved. It is definitely deserved. Both these teams have been equal, and Fearless have not had the consistency in defense for me that they deserve to take it in 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Kingsman Gas likes the pain in his voice when he has to scream for another Game 5. So, for anyone that has him casting your games, please go to Game 5. Please go to overtime and make it wild. Ruin his voice a bit more. He enjoys that. But on the other end, just purely speaking technical, I am not happy with Fearless Delta. The problem I see right now is that they keep on bringing the ball in front. Beautifully done from Hazard himself, but there's never a second man. There needs to be a second man for Fearless Delta. You cannot have 2 people in the back. It may just bite you back if you don't have the person up, because let's be honest, the last goal in the other game was once again due to Hazard, and it was more of a bit of a okay, that's impressive type moment, not a moment where I'm like, yeah, they can redo this again and again. I need to see that consistency.
Yeah, exactly, and we're not seeing that so far. And Potato Boy is gonna I think just give away the ball at this point. And that's one thing I will say about these two teams. Oh, I think, as you said, it was an orange bump. I might have been bumping each other. But we need to see more consistency. Yes, Toby, show me. Show me, Toby. And it's a flick that drops down. There's the second man. He's a bit too late again. Well, I'm telling you, if we were coaches, we'd have analysed everything they needed to work on.
The funny part is, Kingsman, I am a coach.
Oh,
I am doing it. But I have learned from my experience to not bully the challengers too much. I will keep that for the elites when that happens, because it's more funny. But overall, they're not playing badly at all. They're just lacking a tiny bit of that oomph. As Blazy is looking for that oomph. Maybe a pass, tries to pick it out. Beautifully seen by Potato Boy, who takes a bit of control, going for the flip reset. Of course he is. Gets it past one. Can he follow it up? No, he cannot, but at least took the boost away from Raids and keeps this ball in the orange half as Blizzy tries to put it away. Can't get a good clear out, and it's getting a bit awkward here for Crusaders. A clear coming out, but it's not a good one. Eventually, the follow-up touch, though. It does save them some time.
Yeah, it does, and well, we're into 0-0. Potato Boy, good save from him. Has a good redirect, but who is it going to? Straight back to Blizzy. Straight back to Crusaders. There is certainly more that can be done from Fearless here. There we go. Ball drops down. Ball off the net. Oh, not off the net, off the post. If it was off the net, it'd be in the net. But it was still, we're still at 0-0. So, well, 0-0. My voice is absolutely loving this, and that is an open net. But we're having the same issue, Spooks. No close following second man.
No, indeed, and I was just going to compliment them that they actually had someone being pushed up a bit more further, and this is exactly what you need. Hazard trying to do it himself, but the crossbar denies him on second time asking. And Professor hits this ball away, just wants to buy some time for his team. Just get this ball away from your own half. This ball into the middle, Potato Boy. Hazard trying to help out, but it's not the second man that you need at those moments. It's Raids. Good pass into the middle. Lacks a bit of communication with his team, but Blizzy, good positioning, patience there as well. Blast into the middle, and Professor hits it on home. But let's not forget this beautiful pass from Blizzy.
Oh yeah, just has the Fearless defense running around in circles. Half the game is gone. There's been a goal from Fearless. No, not Fearless. There's been a goal from Crusaders, actually. And I think it's deservedly so. As much as Fearless's defense has been better, there's been...
Oh no.
Sorry, as I said that, Toby decided to show me why Caster Curse exists.
Yeah.
But now we're going to see... Exactly, it's fine. We're going to see Toby... And it did take Fearless a long time to regain a draw last time they were behind, but it's 2 minutes. They have to do it if they want to stay in. And all I'm going to say is I remember a Season 9 Fearless Delta when I casted them. They also went to Game 5 after being Game 4. They lost barely. That was Nakoma and Kirika days, I believe. But they're also playing a Prospect at the time, and there's no Prospect in this game. And that could be a goal.
Beautiful.
Oh my.
No.
Wow.
It's saved by Potato. That was such a beautiful passing play coming out from Crusaders, but it's saved on the goal line. It keeps Fearless alive, because let's be honest here. If they go 2-0 down, it's done. It's dusted. You can pack your bags and go home again, because there's nothing you can gain from that. But Fix Toby, quick shot on target, but it's too easily saved by Blizzy. Blizzy with a bit of boost as well. What can you do against Hazard? Looking for a quick shot. It's still hitting the post. How is that ball not in?
Wow, it's a brilliant save from Hazard. And well, it's the 6th for Fearless. It's the one game Fearless have looked on the ropes. And I don't know whether that's confidence, whether that's mentality, but oh, that is just, oh my god. How? Spooks. The one game I say Crusaders deserve to be up by 3 or 4, it's Game 5. They've got that Game 5 ice.
I wouldn't call it ice, because if they had ice, it would be in. Potato trying his best. Big Stoby is there to help out Hazard. They should be in. They should be on target. Right, Swift just barely getting the save. Potato Boy going into the air. It's a good time to grab the patience, grab the flip reset. Gets it over a couple of players. It's in an awkward position. Hazard, follow it up. It should be on target. Big Stoby gets it in. Of course, we get a 1-1.
It'll only be right. 1-1, 5 out of 5 games. It only seems the right. It's the way. This is the way. And well, Here we are. 16 seconds on the clock. We might be in for another overtime. We might be in for a quick late goal here. We might be in for anything. Clock ticks down. It's going to be... Oh,
Overtime.
there's some chanting going on.
Overtime. It can go in.
Wow!
Potato Boy finishing it off. 2-1-0 second goal. Crusaders give their lead away. And it's Fearless Delta that takes it in game number 5.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I am stunned. That I thought I was so sure that I'd hit the ground. It hadn't. Potato Boy for once being the second man and following up. Oh my goodness.
It took them 5 games.
It took them 5 games. They did it in 0 seconds as well. They've finally done it, and well, I am very proud of that. And well, they've done it. They've at least made sure I've got 1 series right this week. But I mean, ultimately, have I got the score right? No, I haven't.
did.
It's your man Spooks on the desk who has.
Oh my goodness. What a way to finish it off. Genuinely, I'm gonna be honest, I thought the same as you. I thought the ball was dropped. I thought it was on the ground. I didn't think we would get another goal, or at least in another attempt at target, but no. I guess that apparently Fearless Delta was like, no, we would like to finish it off in regulation time. And then a beautiful way to finish it off as well, hitting it in the one spot. Because let's be honest here, if he hit it any more out, any pixel further out, that ball would have bounced out and it would have been an overtime. He hit it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, well, there we go. It is exactly how it is. They've hit the Postal Series, and the one time they don't, it's 0 seconds in Game 5. Honestly, I'd have just loved to be in that VC to hear those reactions. They
Yes.
were honestly astonishing. And well, I must say, absolute well played from both teams. It was a brilliant series to watch. I see Ark saying only RSC caster 2 for 2. Fair enough for him. All I'm going to say is I'm up a bit on Prospect, but there we go. It's the joys of RSC at the end of the day. We don't know what to expect.
We don't know what to expect. What we do know what to expect, Kingsman Cast, is another series coming up a bit later. We're gonna take a bit of a breather, a bit of time off, so Kingsman Cast can relax his voice, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Closer than your best of friends. We can build a life together. We can build a house of cards. But when the storm crashed in on us, you know I wasn't that surprised. Do you know the reasons? The reasons that we tried. Do you know the reasons? Our love will never die, 'cause I'm all for you. I'm in love with you. I've been alone all day, waiting for you, wondering if you took the phone. I've been alone all day, thinking of you, hoping that you take the call. It's been a lonely night, wasting my time, praying to the memory. I've been alone all day, thinking of you and me. I don't care if you forget me. I just want there to be more. You can't wait to be remembered, just like the kids before. Take me to the promised land, is what you said I'd get. Is what you said I'd get. Don't care if you forget me, I just want there to be more. You can't wait to be remembered, just like the kids before. Take me to the promised land, it's what you said I'd get. It's what you said I'd get. I don't care if you forget me, I just want there to be more. You can't wait to be remembered, just like the kids before. Take me to the promised land, it's what you said I'd get. It's what you said I'd get.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it would not be a long wait, and while I told Kingsman Gas to go take care of his voice and stop trying to sound and talk when his voice is already hurting, I brought along Potter. How are you doing, buddy?
Mate, I'm having a great day. It's been a great evening of Rocket League. We've got one final match, and this decides who's staying in the upper bracket, who's going to be moving down to the lowers. And honestly, I just can't wait to get into this action and see it unfold in front of my eyes for myself.
Same. I mean, it's the last match of today. Just looking at this, just looking in general, the only true upset I see here is Oracle's beating Mischief. I like you to agree, but I don't think you will because you have been talking to Danny, so you probably know that you shouldn't agree with me. But that's the only upset I can see in the entire play-ins. Are we gonna see another one though?
So, Spooks, I might speak to Danny quite a bit, but Danny doesn't form all of my opinions, okay? So, no, I totally agree with you. That is a massive upset. Game 5 overtime. It couldn't have gotten any closer. But here, I'm not too sure you can say there is an upset. It's second versus third. There's no real lower team coming in, no real underdog in this. It's just it's just going to be a massive scrap on the field and see who comes out on top. But it's going to be a close game for sure.
Definitely. Looking at these statistics, then, I mean, the biggest difference here must be the goals for and the saves statistics. And, I mean, there's one more, but we'll talk about that a bit later. I'm going to pick your brain a bit about this. What can you say about that? Seeing these goals for and the saves?
Mate, honestly, it just shows how well these teams have worked throughout the entirety of this season. They've done so well to get to this point, and they've, like, the saves and the goals, the stats from the whole of league play, they don't matter anymore. It's all extinct. This is on the day. They need to perform right here, right now, and if they don't get the saves, don't get the goals, it's irrelevant, and they'll be going to the lower bracket pack-in.
And the last thing I would like to prick your brain about was the demos. We saw a lot of demos in favor of one team compared to the other one. Demos are, if you know me, are a big thing of what I like to see. I would like to see a couple of demos coming out. We didn't see many in the last series. I would like to see a couple more coming out this time around. But players to watch. Give me your player to watch, Potter. Who should we look out for? And I swear, if you say Yeast, I will throw you out of this VC right now.
I'm going to say Luke MD, also known as Meaty Pig on Elves. This guy, he's been under the radar going into this season of RSC, but has surely made a name for himself in this one. He's had a stellar season so far, and I don't think he'll want it to end just yet.
They don't want to end it just yet. I think that's a fair statement. I'm just going to say I'm looking at everyone. I'm watching all of you. Play well or get roasted. In particular, Yeast. If you don't know, Yeast is playing. I know Yeast. He's a homie, but I will have to roast him. That's part of the job description. Same for you, Potter. It is just how we work here. Other than that, I'm curious how well these two teams are gonna play against one another. How well they're matching up against each other. Because of course we have predictions, and Potter, you have already made predictions. So tell me yours.
Indeed. So I said it was gonna go 3-1 to Elves. I made this prediction last week on the RS cast, heading into the playoffs, heading into the play-ins. And I just think it's going to be a bit of an upset. I say a bit of an upset. I say it's second versus third and there's no real underdog going into it. But people are going to have Apprentices on the cards as their probably favourite team to make it through. I just got a feeling this one's going to Elves. I think Meaty Pig's going to step up in this one.
My problem is here that one of these two teams is apparently not in VC with one another. Now it's up to you to guess which one of these two it is.
Apprentices.
Indeed, you're correct. So I have 3-2 under here. This was before I acquired this knowledge. I'm now going to say it's going to be a 3-0 for Elves. I think we're going to see a sweep. We're not going to see an interesting series. No, it's just going to be Elves just walking past them. Easily walking past them. No problem at all. Easy as is. Of course, if I'm correct, probably not, it's going to be funny. But that's the wonderful part about Challenger. And that's probably something you know yourself quite as well, Potter, is that you never know which one of these two teams is going to show up on the day itself.
Like I said earlier, they've done so well to get to this point. Everybody's going to be fighting for their lives and trying to play to the best potential ability, the best they can do to keep their team in it, to help their team move on. Nobody wants to go down willingly. It just shows that we have truly, and I don't say this lightly, an amazing match ahead of us.
We perhaps very well will have an amazing match ahead of us. If we do, I will be a very happy man. But quite honestly, I would not mind a trio. It's funny. It's always nice to see. And I'd like to see some consistency, some dominance coming out from one of these two teams. Whichever one it will be, we'll have to see as time will tell. It's Carlo hitting the ball into the air. Will he go for flip reset? No, he will be blocked off by Yeast straight from the get-go. Oliver, beautiful pass onto the backboard. This one drops straight on down. They should be in, and the first goal goes to Elves.
Indeed, it does, right out of the gates. No holds bars. Phoenix makes a missed touch. Oliver MH capitalises instantly. 1-0 to Elves. 10 seconds into it. Is this going to be a recurring pattern, Spooks?
I mean, it's what we saw in the other series as well, where every single time, apart from like one game, we saw a goal happen within the first 30 seconds of the game starting. So it may just be that it's just a thing that happens in this league. It is ranked as another goal from Yeast, the man himself. Gets Apprentices on the score sheet as well. 2 quick kickoff goals.
You mentioned demos. We love to see them. Mock gets one on the goal line, opens it up for Yeast, slots it into the back of the net. 1-1 tie game. There we go. And this just shows it's going to be going like this for at least 3 games, potentially more. And I'm all here for it.
We're going to sit here an hour just waiting for these goals to happen. They're just going to keep scoring kickoff goals against each other, aren't they?
We could potentially be here for ages in a fat overtime, because that's what these games have. Loads of kickoff goals and then just a drag out 8-minute overtime for the lols. Oliver, you think that shot's goal bound? Carlo can't find it on target. Not Bladesmiths, it's the Apprentices defense. They aren't the Bladesmiths, they're not that good. They can't, they're all just scrambled around the goal line, but they get the ball clear and somehow they stay in it without conceding a second goal to the Elves.
Carlo having the control, a good clear coming out from Yeast, but not good enough. Ball hit to the side, Minify can't get a good touch on it. It's Mock. Get a good control touch here, but still 50. Can't break it out too far into the blue half. Can't get it close to the net. Mock should turn around for this one. Gets a good shot on target, and that's the second one from Apprentices. And even though they claim to not be in PC with one another, this was a good call out.
They're definitely in VC with each other. I think they're messing with us over here, Screws. They're trying to give us some false information.
Are they lying to us?
This cohesion out of this roster, it's something else. They find the second goal. They take the lead for the first time in this game, in this series, which I reckon they'll be able to hold on to it.
Oh no, never. It's too long. It's too long to hold on to just a 1-goal lead. It will definitely, either one of these two teams are going to score way more often. I hope to see Elf score a bit more just so we can get this dynamic going on of one scores, then the other scores, then the other scores. Just making it a little bit of that back and forth. What we like to see is Mock. Hits it onto the backboard, really big. Tries to get it away from his own half. Does a good job with it as well. Good pass into the middle. Shot's a bit too high though.
Indeed it is, but the pressure's still coming through from the Elves. Can't find a way through just yet. Yeast on the backboard, calm and composed to get that ball away. Pinches it through. Nobody home though for the Elves to get an instant response on this as Meaty Pig sends it down the line. Phoenix, the only man there to capitalise on the free possession. Oliver MH. Seems like a bit of a tennis match is unfolding before our eyes, Spooks, but play still coming through for the Elves, all in favour for that. Mock gets the touch away. Could just be an open net, a lapse in rotation. Cast a curse on me, but Mock finds a third for the Apprentices.
Where's Turpman? Where is he going? He's just gone. He's running away, running past the player, running past everyone. There was no Turpman. It was gone. And now I kind of regret changing my vote from Apprentices to Elves. But then again, Yeast is on Apprentices, so I kind of had to not pick them. It is just a rule of thumb.
It's a valid reason. I can totally back it. Meaty Pig, that one should have been connected with. That one should probably have ended up in the back of the net. But still, 2 minutes 20 remain in this game. Plenty of times for teams to turn this around. They had a quick start. Can they have a fiery ending? That is the question. As Meaty Pig gets the touch, he's there to just bang this one away. Looking for Mock. Can't find the touch. Beaten out by Carlo. Another banging clear downfield. These banging clears are working really well for the Apprentices. Phoenix couldn't stick it past the left near post, but still the pressure coming through. That one aimed towards the top right, couldn't find the target, but the pressure still coming on for the Apprentices.
Composure mostly from Apprentices. They're just waiting to let the ball bounce back to them. I see little to no control coming out of Elves, and it seems Apprentices really have that figured out. They're just like, okay, boom the ball away, give it back to us, and we'll just keep pressure going. Like you see right now, this ball will probably be boomed as well. Again, goes onto the backboard. This could be dangerous though. There was no one ready for it. Another ball onto the backboard. Phoenix getting a touch past the offensive attackers, but they are still not safe just yet. But overall, I'm quite happy with the way Apprentices are playing. very controlled, very relaxed, very patient. They just are letting Elves ruin their own game, really.
Have to agree with you. Apprentices just look like the better team at this point in time. They've got the spacing. It doesn't seem like they're phased by the occasion. But Elves, on the other hand, it doesn't seem like they're able to get the plays that they want to formulate. But Yeast, that was definitely not something he was planning, as Carlo gets a pop over. Phoenix needing to find a touch away. That could have been a potential comeback opportunity for Elves. But if they want to have any chance of taking this game on, they need to find a goal and they need to find it fast.
They need to find it really fast because the clock keeps on ticking down. And quite honestly, we have not seen any offense coming out of Elves really, or any sustainability coming out from them. They've just looked a bit awkward, a bit shaky, a bit nervy maybe. Maybe knowing that it's me and Potter on the casting side, knowing that, oh no, if I mess up, I'm gonna be roasted. Don't worry, it could have been way worse. Like this ball bouncing on in, that's the way worst thing to happen for Apprentices.
And there we go, that is one back. They've got 19 seconds to respond. They need one more goal, Spooks. Will they be able to do it?
Oh no. I have no faith. Go for it. It's yours. Since you are so clearly one of the people that has faith in the comeback out of Elves, tell me why.
I'm not going to say I have faith. I'm a viewer of good Rocket League. More gameplay equals more good Rocket League. That's my view on it. But the ball is killed virtually instantly. And Apprentices will be taking game 1 3-2.
And that is when you say, thank you, Spooks, for being correct. You are indeed right. I know. Thank you very much. But Apprentices, I am pleasantly surprised so far, Potter. I don't know about you, but they are looking controlled, patient. They look like they actually have a game plan. Compared to Elves, where it just looked like, oh, C-ball, boom, the ball away, and no control at all.
I could put a different analogy onto this.
Oh, go
and I can say, Apprentices look like a proper team, and Elves just seem like they're solo queuing ranked together. It doesn't look articulated at all. However, they've got time to fix it. They've got time to adapt. It was still a one-goal game. They're very much within the series. But they need to change something in order to get themselves really in the driving seat in order to try and take this game too. Because if they don't take this next game, they're down 0-2 and they're facing the reverse sweep.
Well, if that happens, we will have to see game 2 looking to get underway. And it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an important one, especially for Elves. You don't want to end up on the reverse sweep side as Oliver hits the ball into the air. Can he follow it up himself? No, he cannot. Mock hits it high. Good follow-up from Phoenix, or at least he attempted to pass into the middle. It's Carlo going high, but Yeast hits it away.
Indeed, he does. 0-0 again. 5 minutes back on the clock. It's an opportunity for both of these teams to really show what they're made of and try and get the lead once again at a clean slate, as Carlo sends this one downfield. Yeast with a touch gets it over 1. Can he get it over 2? Gets a 50 with Oliver, looking for the 1v3, gets it under. Free shot for Mock, but Carlo gets back in time to touch this one away. It's a good start for both teams so far, Stu.
It really has been some good plays coming out. This is a good passing play, but sadly enough, the whiffs are coming out as well. Good 50 coming out from Midi. Can he get this ball once more with Oliver going up quickly? No, they are not. The ball's into the middle. That needs to be finished, but Yeast, good position, good patience, and gets a good clear forward. Once again, this could lead to a very quick counter-attack. Ball into the middle once again. Mock tries to follow it up himself, but cannot get any good touch into the middle.
Yeast, this time off the ceiling, looking for Phoenix with a pinch. What a save from Oliver on the goal line. Must have seen that shot so late, but somehow reacts and makes a save.
The save just barely in time. Maybe a bit of luck was needed with that, because let's be honest, that ball was going quick as Phoenix gets a good flick over 1. It's in an awkward position for Carlo, but he cannot get it away. Good enough. Yeast, quick shot on target once again. It seems the offensive pressure is coming out from Apprentices, but it's just lacking a tiny second. Maybe one more shot could do it, but Carlo putting it to the side once again. And a good clear coming out finally out of Elves, but they just look stuck, and this is the exact same thing we saw in game 1. It looks like Elves is just stuck in their own half.
Well, Elves and Apprentices have done a lot better defensively, you can say, this game.
100%.
2 minutes gone in this game. nobody conceding just yet. This next goal is going to be crucial to turn the tides of this series. Is it going to be a chance for Elves to come back and maybe take a momentum swing, or are Apprentices going to keep the offense going? We will find out as soon as that goal does eventually go in, as Oliver bangs this one downfield. It's a free hit for Mock. He looks over to the left-hand side, looking for Yeast. Beaten out by Carlo, but Yeast does get a demo onto Carlo, which allows Oliver a touch on the ball. Phoenix over to the right-hand side, pops up awkwardly. Someone's going to be up for this ball. Meaty Pig is there to beat out Mock to it. It is touched back to Oliver. It's onto the backboard. Yeast has to be there to deal with it. Does so successfully off the ceiling, looking for Mock. Gets a one-touch, looking for the ground bounce. Gets it over Meaty Pig. Phoenix couldn't find the shot. Carlo gets a save, and still the Elves hang on just for now. Meaty Pig off of the top right post keeps the ball out. Elves somehow, by the skin of their teeth, are still at a 0-0 game.
Still a 0-0 game, but they are looking gooder, and Apprentices is getting better and better in the offensive half. It's Phoenix, a little bit of a bump, but it won't stop him just yet. Oliver, good hit downwards, had two people commit, has the third person to commit as well. The goal is a bit open, but Mock back quick enough, but not a good touch. Meaty has an open net. The follow-up needs to be there. Oliver takes it under control, gets it past one, looks for the 50, but it's not going in. Carlo trying to take it slow, but it's just not working out for Elves. Even when they are getting onto offense, it seems that just the tide of this game is in favor of Apprentices. And as I say that, of course Oliver scores.
Shot off the post. Mock thought it was in, panicked, tried to get the save. Phoenix was in no man's land, and Oliver slots the ball home. 1-0 to Elves, 1 minute 19 left on the clock. Spooks, you know the question.
I don't like this question. I don't want to play this game anymore. Yes, they're gonna come back. Of course they're gonna come back. It's Challenger.
We'll wait and see as he sends this one downfield, looking for some potential spark of the comeback. The Apprentices, they need to heat up, they need to perfect their trade and get some kind of goal, some kind of play, anything to send their team forward. As Mock off of this right-hand side wall, looking for somebody in the mid. Phoenix there onto the backboard. Meaty Pig rooted to the spot, allows Mock a shot, but it is wayward. It's nowhere near the goal. Oliver can deal with it. Gets one hit away, had boost to work with, nobody there to follow. The rotation's dying out for the Elves. They've got 35 seconds to hang on as Meaty Pig infield only finds Phoenix of the Apprentices. Mock couldn't find the hit into the centre. Oliver gets this one away. Elves, they've got 25 seconds to hang on. They'll be taking game 2.
Gotta hang on. That's what they've been doing so far in this game too. And they're looking good to do it as a bit longer. Mock into the middle. Can he follow it himself? He tries his best, but the ball's not on target. Phoenix trying to help him out. Yeast has been left in as third man. He finally is able to push up a tiny bit. Ball into the middle. It's Carlo who can't get a good clear, but the miss coming out as well. Yeast, awkward position, hits the ball on high. Carlo's gonna drop it down to the ground. And game 2 is in favor of Elves. But it looked hard to finish this off. They did not look comfortable in their own half.
I wouldn't say that's just for the Elves. Both teams were put under pressure, and the offenses were relentless for 5 minutes straight. Elves somehow found a breakthrough, but it must be credit to this Elves roster to say throughout the pressure and the dominance which Apprentices showed in that game, they found a way through. Their defense was cleaned up. We saw a couple of scrappy goal line saves, but they got the job done. They've tied up the series, but where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? Well, only time will tell, as right now it's looking just a bit awkward. It feels like Apprentices lacked a bit of the offensive prowess that they had in game 1, where we saw a second man really come forward, bring in offensive power, and they kept Elves stuck in their own half. This time around, they did a bit of a similar thing, but they never saw someone as second man go up, get a shot. I was really waiting for that, to be honest, out of Apprentices. On the other hand, Elves, I mean, it is not looking clean. I think their plan right now is just to keep holding on as long as possible and hope for a good counterattack.
Well, something's going to have to change. I said Elves needed to change something this time. Apprentices need to find some way to get their shots into the back of the net, because they're creating plenty of chances. We saw the one demo goal in game 1. Maybe that's what they need to avert their strategy to. Get more demos in, open up the play, as a banging shot from Phoenix is destined towards the top left corner. Oliver finds the save.
Carlo trying to take control of it, but can't. Yeast hits it on up. It's a double commit coming out from Apprentices. Not what you like to see. Could open up some time and space. It's double demo coming out. Yeast gets a good clear out away to the Elves half, and Cordova struggling a bit with that ball. Phoenix isn't quick enough. It's really big actually, but still, what can you do with this Elves? Show me that you can do something in the offensive half that isn't a counter-attack. Carlo trying to get it into the middle. Ball bounces on out. Yeast now in a good spot, but can't get it past. It seems that both these two teams are lacking the final touch right now.
Fair is fair at this point in the game. Offers are equal. If both of them are missing their shots, then it's fine. But as soon as one team starts sinking the crucial opportunities, that's when you start to get worried. But for now, it's okay. They don't need to worry about that. If both teams are shaky, then they can deal with that. They've got 3 minutes 42, and surely someone's got to find the breakthrough. Meaty Pig gets a touch up. Mock there to carry on the offense for the Apprentices. It could be just a free shot, but nobody home. Third man didn't want to push for it, and rightfully so. Yeast stays calm and composed. Couldn't find the second touch off of the corner. Phoenix having to deal with the pieces. Carlo rotating back, needing to just wait on Phoenix's shot. Everybody in the corner, everybody bunched up for the Elves. It's a crucial opportunity for Apprentices to strike. Mock there, couldn't find the touch. It allows Phoenix to go for this one though. Carlo up for it. Yeast up very early as well, but Elves very much penned back in their own end.
Mock, good hit away. Looks to get some control. Looks to get some patience into his team. Gets it past one. Can he get past the second? No, he cannot. Oliver blocking him off as Yeast. Awkward position. Phoenix with the save. It's still into the middle. It could be dangerous, but not dangerous enough. And a miss coming out from Carlo. A mistake as he had 0 boost and just a free and very, very awkward goal coming out from Apprentices.
Indeed, Carlo awkwardly positioned, no boost to the name, could not find the save. But it's okay, Spooks. Do you know why? It's because they've got time on the clock and they should be able to find a response if they play well enough. But that shot from Phoenix was straight at Carlo, but it just whispers past him.
You were asking for, or you were thinking that we maybe could see a bounce back from Elves. Well, no, we really did not. Like I said before, even in game 1 and 2, they never got too well onto the offensive half and never really broke free. And I think with 2 goals in favor of Apprentices, we can call this game done, and we're gonna go to game 4 because I don't see Elves coming back from this. They have been struggling way too much with the offensive half. Meaty gets a good ball away into the blue in the orange half, but you need a follow-up. You need someone there. You need a bit of control.
5 minutes might have been the crucial time, and that's as long as Elves could keep out the Apprentices. They did so well to keep a clean sheet in the last game, but they haven't been able to surmount the same efforts here. But they need to get their offense ramping. They need to fix up the defense. They can't allow any more goals to come through if they want any chances of taking game number 3. As Yeast over to the right hand side wall. Mock does get a beat on Meaty Pig, allows Carlo a touch. They need to break through. Meaty Pig chasing for some kind of demo, but there's no opening. It seems like there's no cohesion. The comp must be lacking. Doesn't seem like anybody's on the same page for the Elves. Don't really know what each other are doing, what the next plan is. But Meaty Pig takes a touch. Mock there to close it down though. It's a great 50 from Mock. No boost to work with. Couldn't get the second 50 on Oliver, but it pops back to Yeast. With the possession being so dominated, being dominated so heavily by the Apprentices, it just doesn't seem like there's going to be any opportunity for the Elves to come through. However, that is a redirect pass down to Meaty Pig, and Meaty Pig gets the open net. There's a minute 30 left.
If there is one thing that Elves has been doing well, it's looking for those mistakes, waiting for those mistakes, and that's exactly one that they needed. Apprentices, a big mistake coming out from them as Mock is looking to maybe fix that mistake right here from the get-go. Can't get the touch himself, leaving it to Oliver now. Oliver getting a fast one onto Meaty Pig. Can you get it into the middle? Someone is already waiting for it, but the pass did not find anyone, did not find a new house or a new home to stay at as Oliver. It's in back forth once again. Some offensive pressure coming out from Elves. They need to keep this going, keep this pressure flowing, because you need to get that second goal. You cannot wait until the last seconds to maybe try a bit more, as Elves, another chance getting blocked.
Spooks, I've read something in the chat, and I'm pretty sure you can agree on it for a game plan for the Elves. It is, come on Elves, just stay calm and composed and demo Yeast.
I always agree to demoing Yeast, but no, at this moment in time, calm and compose is not what you need. You need some hype, you need some energy, because right now they still look a bit flat, like they aren't completely sure what to do. A whiff coming out as well, good pass into the middle. Carlo isn't quick enough, not good enough as Meaty onto the backboard once again, needs a follow-up from his teammate, but cannot do it. Oliver gets the ball stuck into the orange half once again, good pass into the middle, it's exactly what you need, but Carlo, where are you going? Leaving it alone. And Mock now looking for a bump, did get a touch, I believe. Phoenix finally getting it away from the orange half, and their biggest chance that Elves really needed never came to be as this ball drops on down. It goes into the air actually. One final opportunity. Elves, what can you do? Well, this is not what you needed to do, because the ball drops on down. And we see a 2-1 lead for Apprentices, but I'm mostly looking at this. Elves, you need to get aggressive. You need to be getting into their face. You cannot be giving this much time to Apprentices.
Boots, we've had 3 1-goal games so far. That
Yes.
means surely the Elves come back with a huge response going into game number 4. There's got to be some kind of blowout coming
how you're
from
holding
this
hope.
series.
I like how you're holding hope, Potter. It's nice to see. Keep doing that.
I just like good Rocket League. I've said this before. Like good Rocket League, there's got to be some goals coming out of somewhere. We've had the tense battles, we've had the close battles, we've seen the own goals, we've seen the redirect passes, we've seen everything so far, other than an absolute domination.
We haven't seen absolute domination yet, and I quite honestly, I would like to see domination happening. It's kind of funny. It's kind of nice to see, you know? But, oh god, I just saw Kingsman Gas say fight and win.
Ignore it.
And he's for Valkyrie. Okay, Valkyrie's losing now. We know it. Yep, Elves is losing. If you can blame it on Kingsman Gas.
I can agree to that, but I suppose I'll take back my statement and say there's definitely been domination in this series, but not in terms of goals. The Apprentices have had so much possession, so many opportunities, but it could be turning into Elves' favour now.
Oh, that was the biggest opportunity you needed that could have got in. And now a big booming clear coming out. It is a good pass back from Meaty, but not under control, meaning that Mock trying to do something spectacular. I like the attempt. Bit overconfident, so to say, but I like the idea.
It's a good idea. Wasn't executed, but the idea was there, and they've got plenty of opportunities to try and create the same feats again. But Elves, it's do or die, otherwise you'll go into the lower bracket. They need to find something to perform. That could have been a great pass from Carlo down to Meaty Pig, but the second touch didn't come through for them. Meaty Pig, it's a great beat down. Oliver had other plans though. No one's going to be there to take this ball. Again, we just see glimpses of Elves just not being on the same page where there is potential for a great play.
There's potential, but the potential needs to be actually made. Meaty Pig, once again, good hit for, but he's patient. Saw it coming from a mile away. It is Carlo hitting a ball back for once again. Good hit, but blocked off by Phoenix. I am seeing something I like to see out of Elves. They're becoming a bit more aggressive, a bit more in the face of Apprentices. No longer waiting as much anymore, just to let things happen, just let plays go on as Yeast is into the air. Can he get a double? Looking to bring it back into the middle. Does get the demo though. Phoenix, not the touch he needed. And it means that Oliver, can he bring it into the middle? Looking for a teammate, leaving it alone for Meaty Pig. Can he get it into the middle once again? Good demo coming out. Block from Carlo. This will drop straight down in front of the net. Someone needs to finish it off, but Mock hits. Helps it so much to keep Apprentices alive.
Elves need the opening goal here. It'll do them wonders for confidence. They'll know they can be able to hang on to leads. They hung on to a 1-goal lead in game number 2. They need to win this game, Spooks. And the only way you can win a game is by scoring a goal.
Life lessons of Potter. If you want to win, just score more goals. Who knew?
Exactly.
Who knew? I didn't. I clearly didn't know. I did not know scoring more than your enemies means you win. Thank you, Potter.
Anytime.
Moving on anyway. It's still Elves trying their best, but they have already gotten more shots in this game than they did in the entirety of last game. that is already saying something. That they're just getting more aggressive, more in the face of apprentices, getting more offensive pressure. That's what we like to see as Midi. Can he get a clear into the middle? Yes, he does. Carlo, can you follow it up quickly enough? No, Phoenix saw it coming a bit earlier. Had a bit of a better touch. Oliver, good clear away. He's now taking his patient. Oliver hitting it high, looking for a follow-up from his team, getting a good demo as well. Small touch forward. Carlo looking to drop it down. It's the front of the net, but the save from Phoenix.
Wow, you think Elves, they're getting ready to strike. It's only going to take one opportunity from the apprentices, and that is a goal that could be your upper bracket journey done. They need to find an opportunity. They need to take one of these opportunities, but as you say, the shots have been like doubled for the Elves from last game, but they've also restricted the amount of chances the apprentices have had. They've only had 2 shots on target this game so far, as Oliver pops this one up. A minute 20 left. You need to step up and be a hero now, or forever hold your peace. Again, bit of a break in play. It's a whiff from Carl. That is not how you step up and be a hero. That is how you kind of throw your season away.
Throw your season away, maybe, but Mark will be deemed a hero from apprentices. And we said it before, we didn't see a lot of shots out of apprentices, but you don't need a lot of shots as long as you make them count. Something that Elves haven't been able to do just yet. And with a bit of a minute left on the clock, we need to see something quickly out of Elves. This is a good setup from Oliver. Can he get another touch? No, he cannot. Phoenix blocking him off. Meaty onto the side wall, looking to get it back into the middle once again. Hits it back, not what you needed to see. Mark following this up, keeping his boost in his thing just to make sure that he can move around a bit more. Beautiful touch from Meaty, but is there a follow-up? Is there someone ready to help out? No, there is not.
No, there is not, where there really needed to be.
Good
What
demo.
a demo that is from Yeast, but Oliver finds a way back, scrambles home to get the ball away. Yeast, that's a
Awkward.
mistouch because allow a
No.
shot from Carlo, but he's absolutely beamed it. Carlo, no, seems to be, as much as I hate to say it, the weak link here for Elves.
I wouldn't even call Carlo the weak link because the entire team has not performed on the offensive half. Defensively, they've been looking good, doing well. But it's just in general, when they get onto the offense, the nerves start to hit and they are not playing their own game. They're giving it away quite easily. They have one more chance right here. This ball's into the middle. A block is necessary. Oliver hits it way too far to the side. This will bounce up a tiny bit, but he needs one of his team to help out. Carlo out to the backward. Phoenix is awkward. Phoenix missed the ball. Meaty shoots it, but it's too low. And apprentices takes here the victory with 3-1.
Well, congratulations to the apprentices, of course. Very well done to you. You move on in the bracket. However, I would have to disagree and say they take it. It was virtually handed to them on a platter, spoon.
I mean, when you're missing chances like that, yeah, but that's not just one player. That's the entire team, sadly enough.
Indeed, indeed. But it's how they're going to channel this energy now. They've got a whole lower bracket run to face on Sunday. Are they going to let this one performance down and just kind of dwell on that and really regret it and, you know, channel it the wrong way? Or are they going to use this as motivation, say, hey, we took a game, we had good pressure, we could have came back and potentially won this series, we need to go all the way and win it on Sunday?
I think the big thing here is for Elves is just take this game, look at it, and see what went wrong. And mainly, I say the offense went wrong completely, where you just missed your chances, did not have your team in the right positions when it was necessary. Go over those replays, go check it out, because defensively, they looked insanely strong. They only had like a couple of mess-ups, and that is normal for this rank. So they played insanely well there, but it's just offensively, get yourself the second man involved. Look how you can get past these defensive teams. I would not even call apprentices defensive. They're just always ready for what's coming.
Indeed, indeed. But as we have the bracket here, pretty much all finalized. In fact, wait, I need to think. My brain isn't working. There we go. Right, my head's worked out. We've got Serene Yamato against Oracles. We've got Feather against the Apprentices. Primordial against Mischief, and Fearless Delta playing against Elves. That is the finalized matches for Sunday. So if you enjoyed today's matches, it's only going to get a whole lot better come Sunday.
It's gonna get a whole lot better. It's gonna get a whole lot more interesting as well, of course. I think a lot of these teams will be quite happy. I think in particular Fearless Delta, looking at this game right now, are gonna think to themselves, yes, we can take that. We can move even further and further and see where we're gonna end up. But whatever happens, it will happen in the playoffs. That will happen this weekend. For tonight, Potter, I have to say thank you to yourself, of course. Thank you to all the casters who have casted before us. Thank you to Morris Sky for, of course, being our broadcasters. Thank you all for watching. It's lovely to see all of you. And keep on watching this weekend as we will see the playoffs play out. But for now, tonight, it's the end. Good night, everybody.